All right, everybody. We are back with Super D&D, episode 42. We are on the end of the 25th of June in session. It's not today's date in real life, but we're going to get going with our recap of what happened last time in episode 41, Gifts and Gratitude. We started on the end of the 23rd as our Motley Misfits were confronted in not necessarily the meanest or intimidating of circumstances, but they were greeted by a number of gods: Margot, Mirren, Nearth, Sigoth, Ebrizet, and Lezeldun. All different gods. They had some questions. A couple of them got some boons, mainly being Athena, taking one from Mirren, and Ian, taking one from Ebrizet. Physical changes happened because of these choices. Athena gaining purple eyes and a M that mysteriously disappeared at some point off of her head, possibly. And Ian having a sword and shield kind of mark underneath his right jaw bone. With that, we had a little bit of a regrouping. The party started to head home. Ambrose had a conversation with Athena and was able to show Athena the vision that he saw with Thea becoming a god after some conversation they had and questions with the other gods, who couldn't answer them directly, as gods tend to not be able to. But Athena explains to Ambrose, as he was a little apprehensive about that chaotic laughter, and Athena gave a explanation, and Ambrose gave the vision to Athena. After that, Arya was able to go ahead across the city the next day, initially just to get some extra toaster strudels for Mop, as they didn't have any for breakfast, but was able to head across the city looking for Cass, or Cassandra, her old friends from before they went into the doors. Wasn't able to find her there, but had plans to meet her later. During that day, though, however, they were contacted by the general and had to go out to the military barricade, where they met with Lieutenant Cardinal, as they had found, Miyuka had found herself, I should say, within their confines, as she had been carrying poisons, blamed mainly Ashley, Ian, and Cortez for the death of Queen Rose and the rest of the Motley Misfits. Originally, it was just a few of them that went out there in one of the new drop ships that was created. And it eventually involved more people, having Athena come out there after they came to the realization from Miyuka talking about it and the transformation that they went from Seth Rose to Queen Rose, as well as the fact that Rose was legitimately a last name that they inherited from their father, which happened to be the same father as Athena, which in turn made Seth Rose, to the world publicly as Queen Rose, Athena's half brother / sister. The jury's still out on that exactly. As the day started to wind down and Athena started to digest this information that was very weird for her because of the memories that weren't all fully her own and were given to her by Sophia before she passed, Steinar went out into the moonlight and attempted to unlock his final form. But unfortunately, he failed. In a blaze of battle and combat with Tyrannith, he fell and was shaken, but almost saw what could be a visage of Thea standing above his fallen comrades, just as Moonlia had to watch the comrades of their own fall to Tyrannith. And as the sun is fully set at this point, the moon clearly visible, Steinar had just come inside. It was around 9:30 or so in the evening. What is it that you all do, finishing off this evening? If there's nothing...
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. Go for it.
Sorry, I just...
No, you're good. All
I
good.
think towards the end of last session, I took down some notes, but I don't remember exactly where my character was. Are we just back at the house?
You guys are back at the cabin, yeah. I asked if you guys elected to wanted to stay at the Silvertech compound, and a lot of people kind of wanted to head back towards the cabin. I think partially Steinar and Athena for those to kind of have more of a comfortable place to do what they needed to do, or just kind of digest the information they had recently received.
And how many days until the Doors of Death? It's the 25th.
25th, which means I believe it's 9 days. Hold on, let me look. 25th is 9 days, correct.
Okay.
And on the 27th is when you were notified earlier in the morning that Bravery has set up a feast for the heroes starting around 4 on the 27th.
Right. Okay. I only say this to clarify, just in case I could have thought of anything to do. I don't think there's anything that I haven't touched on. I visited my old parents' house. Oh. Poke, do you remember the date that we visited the cemetery?
Recently?
I don't think it was that recent. I can't remember.
I don't think we visited the cemetery
in
recently.
Campaign. There was a moment where Arya, Jeffrey, and Cortez met.
Yes.
Actually, that's technically before Campaign had started in our break kind of session zeros.
Yeah.
And there was a moment, Arya and I think Cortez, but not Jeffrey, and maybe a couple others. I think Jeffrey wasn't there, however, but that's when people started to come back to life, and they were having to dig up graves because they were hearing screaming underneath the ground.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
Okay,
so
no, I wasn't there for that.
I know Arya was for sure because her father was involved. I don't know.
I was
if
just
anybody
thinking.
else was
Yeah,
there.
because I went to check if my mom was also another person that they dug up, but
the only thing that ever happened with me in the grave as of recent Campaign was me burying my own body after it came back to attack us.
Yes.
But that was at the back of the house.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And the only time I can think of you two visiting the grave was
been a long time.
before Campaign, or not, before season 3 started.
It was after this getting Thay out of Jeffrey. It was after Elias Morose and stuff like that. I think it was right before the heroes were showing up that a lot of the people coming back to life was. So that was still probably a good month and a half ago in game.
So as Jeffrey is sort of lying in bed with like his boxers on and he's thinking about it, sort of like pit feeling starts to form in his stomach as he begins connecting dots on the possibility that some of the people that died could be back, and he just hasn't thought of that. So I'm gonna send Cortez a text, and it's gonna say, "Hey, it's been a hot minute since we last visited the cemetery, and I only bring this up because we might only have a couple of days to do it, but at some point, could you check to see if any of those guys are back with the Doors of Death being weird? I don't even know how I would begin to look for it."
He will respond with, wait, frick. What time of day is it right now?
It's around 9:30 in the evening, maybe a little later.
How far is the cemetery from us?
The one in particular is quite a ways away. It'd probably take Cortez going at full speed at least an hour.
Okay. Did you want me to look at it immediately?
No. Fuck it. I mean, we have a day before the banquet. Would you mind going with me tomorrow?
I do not mind.
All right. Let's aim for like 9 a.m.
Está bien. Very well.
Sort of put his phone down, stare at the ceiling.
Is Athena awake right now? Because I was with her after she went back.
She went to the basement. Yep.
Then
She's
I am
awake.
there in the basement with you. Well, what are you doing at the basement?
She's just kind of sitting at a table, just very deep in thought.
Cortez is gonna put a hand on her shoulder.
She kind of pulls out of it a little bit and looks at him.
Tomorrow I'll be heading out to investigate something with Jeffrey early in the morning.
Okay. Is everything all right, or?
Just investigating something out of curiosity.
She nods her head. All right.
Is there anything you need from me, Athena?
Your company is enough at the moment.
Very well. He's gonna be right by her side.
She will probably lean her head on his shoulder a little. She just kind of mulls things over. Both the Thea stuff and then also the Seth Rose stuff a lot, and just kind of like memories and stuff. She just seems very out of it and just trying to collect herself a little.
Gotcha. All right. So, unless anybody has any other business to mention,
I have other business to mention.
Oh, okay. What is it that Ian is doing?
Last time, Ian said that he was leaving the city because he wanted to go speak to his parents.
Okay.
Before
he's doing that this evening, or is he doing it right now?
I mean, he probably would be either getting ready for it or he'd be heading out. Because, you know, ain't no time like the present.
Especially now.
I would say Ashley would probably offer to go with him, or say that she would go as well.
That's fine.
How is he going to get there?
I have a cool dropship now that is mine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take that.
Okay. To get to your parents via the dropship, it will still take, I'm gonna say, about 5-6 hours both way to get there.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you'll get there around 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Do you do anything to notify your parents, or do you just show up?
He probably would just text one of them, just be like, I'll be there in 5 hours.
Okay. Who do you text?
I'll text my mother.
Okay. You see, you get a response being like 5 hours as in 2 in the morning? Question mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your poor old parents. Making them wait till 2 in the morning.
That's fine. Listen.
They don't seem to mind that much, to be honest. By the time you do actually
That
get
whore
there
never comes around.
at 2 in the morning.
That robot boy, damn
He
him.
never
He's always so busy dying
So
and
they live
coming
in
back to life.
fairly populated, fancy neighborhood. Drop ships aren't overly loud. They're not quiet, and there's not a particularly good spot to land.
Well, I'll find, even if it's like a little bit out of the way, I'll find a nice place to land, park the bad
Okay.
boy, and then
Roll me
we
an
can.
investigation.
Okay, this is gonna go well for me. Investigation. Almost rolled intimidation.
30, not too bad. You see the closest spot you find outside of the neighborhood is like a small little park that seems like mainly for walking, some benches. There's one small like kids area, some places for grills, some like different pavilions and things like that.
I'm sure no one will be upset about that.
Roll me a dexterity to see if you crush things or not.
I would never.
Sprinkles, no.
I have Oh God.
You have
I have 2 inspirations, so
yeah, might as well use one of them.
I'll throw one.
Imagine if you roll it twice. Okay, it's still not great, but it's not bad.
It's not great, but it's not a nat 1.
Okay, so the most Ian hears with that, opposed to the destruction of the entire kids area. Instead, Ian just hears as he's landing, like a loud crunching of bushes that he didn't see in the dark.
Sure, that's fine.
What was that, Ian?
Sure, that's fine.
Ian.
Don't worry about it.
Ian.
Don't worry about it.
Gonna worry about it now.
It's fine. Bushes grow back.
Not if they're... Never mind. You two head out and you navigate the about 5-minute walk over to your parents. And you see that as you kind of go up their front drive, you see the front porch light is on.
Hopefully they don't tow my dropship.
How are they gonna tow your... And then you see the door opens and you see your dad is there. You see he has like basically this like just a really comfy looking sweater with like pajama pants on, slippers. Hair is starting to go a little even more than you saw it last time. He just gives you a wave.
I'm gonna give him a hug.
Go up to him. Finally good to see you.
It's nice to see you too.
Oh, you brought Ashley with you too. Good to see you. He kind of moves over to give Ashley a hug. You see your mom comes from the kind of nice little entryway that they have. Kind of like a long, narrower area that has like places to hang up for keys on one side, a mirror on the other, some pictures, mostly of Ian. And you see that there's like a little spot on either side to sit and put shoes on and tuck your shoes away. Your mother gives you a hug and just goes, "Thank you for coming in."
Of course, I mean, I love to see my parents, whenever I can. It's a bit busy right now, but I find time.
Come on in. We grabbed some food from the gas station. It was open because I've heard there's not a whole lot to get in the city as easily, so we got some of your favorites. We didn't know Ashley was coming too. I guess we could have guessed. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not too picky. You see that they have like on the kitchen counter a bunch of different like sodas and a couple different pastries and some of Ian's just like favorite like gas station snacks.
Yes, sir.
What like do his favorite gas station snacks entail?
I didn't think about this.
Corn nuts only.
Oh my god.
Sunflower
I was gonna say zing zongs.
Zing zongs.
Yeah, we have to think of different names for all of them. Shit.
I will just say yes to any.
A bit of some good old Winkies.
They did get
Winky
Galaxy they did get brownies? A bright green slushy as well.
Hell nice. Yeah.
Can Star come down from the heavens and just snatch
No.
that?
No, I will literally kill you. I don't know how that's possible, but
maybe all of them.
But I'm
are
your best
Star,
and only
maybe.
child. Come on.
I feel like actually
No.
Star, thinking about it, we can discuss this later, but Star would be one of the few that would do really good against Ian because Ian would be severely slowed by the amount of gravity put on him.
L.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to go
I
very
love you,
fast.
Dad.
Either way, Ian will see that and be like, "Wow, yeah, no, this is great." Can't really get anything in the city. It's weird. It's empty.
Yeah, we've seen a couple different pictures, and because we have some friends that are still working in the city, and they're about to leave in a couple days, I think.
Good.
Yeah.
Come in, make yourself comfortable. Take your shoes off if you want, /can. Those outfits. We just had the memorial on replaying on because I didn't get to watch it earlier for Queen Rose, and I think it's a Karana at the moment. They were always big fans of her.
Ashley doesn't say anything.
You see the mom gives a very shrewd look, changes the channel. They look at each other and he just nods.
Well, how about some commercials instead? They're pretty good these days.
You want this? Buy it.
The world's about to end anyway. Might as well buy it now. You see her actually play on the TV.
Man, I need to get. We need to get better commercials.
You see
How
an
about
Is this
no.
the marketing goal we're
for
going
now?
for? Oh, this one's good.
Yeah, I always like these ones. I have a couple of them saved.
That's so cute.
I have your first commercial, Ian, saved. Do you remember what that one was?
Oh,
I look at Ian because
We
I
don't-
don't remember what that one was.
we don't need it. We
hold
don't
on.
need to bring that up.
She opens up, she goes and grabs her laptop.
Yes.
And she projects it to the TV.
This is like exposing your baby photos
Yes.
to your
Ian-
girlfriend.
Ian
Yes.
is like a
No, I know
fresh
this.
20, 21 years old.
Uh-huh.
Hi, I'm E4N.
Basically. It's
You
like
want this?
it's like before Ian fully
Why?
figured out how to act. And it's like the very like stereotypical like this is
he's
a
very
sponsorship
stiff.
deal. I'm smiling for the camera.
He's
I
Ding.
remember that day.
It's not like Ian's just like, you know what? Whatever they tell me to do, I'm just gonna put my own Ian on it. It's like, all right, I'm reading the script. Where's the teleprompter?
And they're like, "Can you read it like this?" And they kept reading it the same way. He's a little nervous at the time until he got used to it.
Ian's looking at it, but he's like,
He was still finishing up college
He's-
at the time.
he's cringing.
I love this one.
I'd say you'd
my
look
scarf's
younger,
literally
but-
backwards.
I didn't notice.
How
that.
did no one notice?
That's you think someone on production. Maybe they thought you were doing it on purpose.
Nowadays, they would
don't you
definitely
have
think you were
the-
doing it on purpose.
Don't you have the one of Mop as well?
Oh yeah, pull that one up. Actually, pull that one up. That one's good.
I do have the one of him and Jeffrey doing the one for Town Hall. Oh, that one's actually pretty good.
It's okay.
Wait, isn't that the one that they have to bleep out Jeffrey? It was live. No, I think that
That
was
sounds
that's-
about right.
That was the one for the military, Marines. Oh, that's right.
He was just trying to bring some realism into it.
Yeah.
Then listen, all of our friends are getting better at it,
Oh,
including
look,
us.
look. I have the few that Ashley did.
Oh.
Oh yes,
Which one? Which one should I bring up, Ashley?
all of them.
Let Ashley
They're
pick.
not good.
No, they're not.
But if I
that's
would
okay.
pick one, maybe this one, and she picks one of the ones
Now you-
that she
which
has on her
one?
files.
What brand deal?
Why?
You decide right
Uh,
here.
Whatever. What did we call the fucking sport one?
Dimension 6.
Dimension, yeah, no, it's oh yeah, I guess it is Dimension 6.
That's the
Is
one
it-
that-
is
that's
it
Is
basically-
that or the
That's basically
Infinity
Nike.
one?
Yeah, I'll do the first D6 brand deal.
You see, it's mainly Ashley just trying to look as like badass, and she only says one line at the end, and it's like, what's the parody of Nike's "Just Do It"?
Just don't do it.
Get it done. Yes!
Get it done. That just makes me think of Mater from Cars. Get it done.
It's eater.
It's basically just Ashley like flexing her muscles, wearing the workout,
exactly.
looking kind of sweaty, things like that, and like
in those
gym.
like grayed out studios with the lights on it. Yeah, it's like way too cool to look normal.
Like it's a really good looking like edit. It's very cinematic, very like good lighting because Dimension 6 always does good with that. But it's Ashley's like some of Ashley's facial expressions are like a little too much.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it's very flatly just get it done.
Get it done.
It's not bad. It's better than Ian's first one.
She has her hands covering her face.
Okay. Listen, I'm better now.
Oh,
I think.
A lot better now.
You have so many, I don't know which ones I've saved and which ones I haven't. They go by so quick sometimes.
I mean, I haven't filmed a commercial in a while.
Well, we've been busy.
We've saved all of your guys' speeches as well, too.
I really appreciate how much you've been watching us from over here.
It's a really funny bit whenever you and Mop look at each other and go, "Is this rolling?" It cracks me up every time.
Yeah,
I still bet that was that wasn't on purpose. What? Come on, at this point, Mop's been in so many advertisements. It has to be.
Genuinely unsure.
Well,
you see, Mop is he's great, but he's a little clueless sometimes.
And we love him for it.
Yeah, I mean, when I met him when he was younger, your mother and I met him. He was younger back when on the first incident. It was didn't he land on your head, dear? Yeah, he did. I had a concussion, I think, for 2 weeks.
Oh no!
Hopefully, didn't suffer any actual brain damage. Doctor said I didn't, but couldn't see straight out of that eye for a while.
Why do I feel guilty all of a sudden?
Mop is a heavy hitter.
That's why you sneezed.
It's probably the movie.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, he's better now.
It took him a bit.
Oh, that Fight Club was also pretty something as well.
Oh, you guys tuned in for that? Huh?
Who's the Ember Eye guy? He came out of nowhere.
Oh, just a friend of ours.
Yeah.
He's a demon, isn't he? He's one of your
yeah.
What are the other kinds?
Practically family to me.
It's very like the fact they pick up on things so quickly.
Yeah.
And it just gets confirmed by your very slight facial expressions that they 100% used to be like CIA, FBI. It just reminds you guys that they're like very good at what they did.
Hey.
Even though they've been retired for like 20 years.
Like, yeah. He's a great guy though. And him and Ian are practically robo bros now. It's been a charm.
Robo bros.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. He gets a bit hot-headed sometimes, but
sometimes.
So does Ashley, for what I remember.
I was gonna say we all do.
Except for maybe Arya.
It just takes
us
a moment to
Arya
collect
get mad.
Ourselves. You don't want to see Arya get mad.
Usually the people that get mad the slowest that are the scariest when they're angry.
yeah, she gets extra loud.
Yeah,
I'm so
that's an
angry.
understatement.
Your father jokes that we can hear from here sometimes.
I mean,
let's hope that's never true. Because I don't know. I don't want to know what happened where the scream actually is.
Teach Hair up Bear Beach maybe a few months ago that might have reverberated around the country, but it's fine.
Sneeze.
Everybody
Takes
roll
out
a
an
couple.
entire planet.
The last sneeze.
Careful where you're pointing that.
Oh,
I
sorry.
just imagine now that every time Arya sneezes, she has to be like, "I'm gonna sneeze," and she
We all, like, tense up.
braces.
Yeah.
And everybody else moves out of the way, and she just like flies across
Ambrose
the room.
stuffs his fist into his
Because
ears.
the knockback, she's
You're
like,
Last of Us, more like Last of Sneeze. But
I said that already.
freak you!
Don't steal my joke.
I hit a tree.
Athena always gets worried she's gonna break something every time.
No, this is why I've met a move person every time I just see it in the future. I go, so I just all veer on the right tip of the wing.
I could see that. That'd be a cute little animation at some point.
Ashley's gonna look at Ian's parents, and she's gonna say, "You really have been looking at us that closely. Sorry, we're gonna be kind of MIA for the next few. Well, we don't even know how long."
That's all right. We know you got stuff to take care of. Glad you came to visit. You found some time.
Well, I mean,
Before everything goes down would be best, no?
yeah, I mean, I had to say at least hi before I saved the world single-handedly with help.
Well, there you go.
Do it with one
If
arm
it
tied
makes-
behind your back if you really wanted to.
And if it makes you two feel at least the slightest bit better, you've seen what that kind of situation can look like before. Hopefully, it'll be something somewhat similar, and hopefully, we'll still figure it out.
If, just like last time, if it seems that Ian's lost somewhere, we'll go find him.
Yeah, let's just hope that I don't get lost anywhere in hell. Because that would be bad.
We thought we lost you then, too, but you still came back.
Ian always figures out a way, huh?
That he does. That he does.
Hey, I practically got dragged out of hell the first time.
We're not worried. You both got this. All you got this, really. There's a reason the world is kind of either fears you or respects you, or both. All of you. I'm not even kidding, and I'm not saying this for just conjecture. I have some
You really
people
think
that
it's
have
a good
told me
thing?
that they either governments fear you, other heroes fear you, in a good way. They know that they'd rather do what they can to be on your side, opposed to, well, the other option.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are great.
You should come visit more.
Listen, right after we take care of this situation, I'm going on vacation.
For like 6 months, I hope.
Or longer.
Well, we'll still be a bit busy with some other things, Ian.
Yeah, but you can be busy on vacation.
Busy with what?
It now dawns on them that they have not been told.
No.
Ashley's pregnant.
Well,
Oh, congratulations!
She stands up.
Thanks.
I didn't know
But,
that was
uh,
possible. How did you make that work?
She gives over and gives Ashley a big hug.
God,
We're
thank
gonna
you.
summon the baby from space, so
Yeah. Okay. Wait, Ian. Gosh. Ian.
Your dad's just cracking up, and your mom just looks at Ian like,
Ian, explain
Well,
now.
okay.
Okay. So back before you actually know some of these people, there have been really powerful heroes that were protecting Arbel City. These people were Guardian Celestials, like, angel people with cool
Like
angel
Blue
powers.
Cape and Steadfast. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
actually celestial
And
protectors.
I guess that makes some sense.
when Steadfast passed, he kind of passed along the responsibility of the next celestial child to me. And that baby will be coming a week after the doors of death open. And by baby, I mean perhaps 2 years old, perhaps 4 years old, somewhere in between. Or not.
Huh. Ian, didn't you say you didn't like Steadfast? You said he was a douchebag. Specific wording.
He is a douchebag.
He's not a douchebag.
Says who?
Says me.
Well, your opinion doesn't
That's
matter
news
here.
to us.
Steadfast was just very closed off and wanted to put off a certain look to make sure that people couldn't.
Yeah. Look of a douchebag.
He was trying to protect himself and I guess the powers and the ability to protect the city. And look, Ian, he died protecting the city. You gotta give him some credit where credit's due, okay?
Yeah, I died protecting the city too.
She winces.
Got a point.
And shakes her head.
We might not be in our prime anymore, but remember, if you need something, we'll always do our best to help you. Not that you need it, but if you need help with any taking care of the baby, not that we're the best parents considering our track record, but we'll help if you need it.
I don't know. I mean, look at me. I turned out great.
Not because of us. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, but I mean, you succeeded by association.
You tried. That has to help.
But
right?
it's true!
Because you realize this is something that's probably been eating them
Eating at them,
forever.
yeah. That's why Ashley said.
Because they've had 2 kids. One's dead. One they thought was dead. One they realized was alive. Thought died and went to hell, and then came back. And they only got to see Ian for probably a total of 10 years in total. You see, they kind of look at each other. You see that they didn't quite. Doesn't seem like they're quite ready to believe that, but they don't push the issue.
All right, I will just leave it at that. He doesn't respond. He doesn't push it himself either.
Well, can I get you anything else? I got some beers in the fridge. Got some leftover. What did we cook last night? We did meatloaf. That's right.
Oh. Damn. Your meatloaf is good.
I didn't make it this time. I did. It turned out all right.
Your meatloaf is also good.
Mine is better. She doesn't put the onions in hers.
I'm a stay out of that one.
Onions aren't that bad.
Caroline cringes as she says.
Who are you? What have you done with Caroline?
It's called acting.
It's called acting.
So, is there anything else that you two would wish to do or discuss as the night goes by?
I'd say probably not. Just hanging
Start
out.
digging into snacks. We'll talk about future plans. We'll joke. We'll keep it chill.
Have a good time, and then probably the next morning or like the afternoon or whatever, fly back to Arvale.
Okay. So as you're having that moment, I will say one of the other things they show up, they show out, like, bring out, like, the few baby pictures of Ian that they have, of course. They show to Ashley. They bring out a couple, like, keepsakes. And within their photo album, which is rare to see a physical photo album at this point, but it's like it's like ancient at this point. Still kept in pretty good position, but Ashley sees a picture of Ian's sister, Ashley, for the first time. And it looks fairly similar to Ian, to be honest. She looks maybe like 10 or 11 in the photo that they show. The couple good ones they have, dressed in kind of like, one of them is like she's dressed in kind of just like very nice church clothes with little Ian next to her. She doesn't look very happy or that awake. Seemingly it's very early in the morning picture, dressed in all like blue, like a light blue color, bits of green.
Do they say what happened to her?
They don't seem to talk about it too much.
Okay, Ashley doesn't want to ask if they're not bringing it up, so she'll just look at all of it. And what's the oldest picture they have of Ian?
Oldest picture they have of Ian is when he was like an infant. Him just kind of laying.
Yeah, that's
on,
why
like,
I wanted to know. Got it.
Barely any hair. Looks very tiny and skinny for a baby. And the other one is they have a distant picture. It's like it's technically they call it a family photo of they're holding baby Ian, maybe like 3 or 4, maybe younger, probably like 2, toddler Ian, and they're kind of taking like a selfie of them two with Ian's sister Ashley in hockey gear, like young, like very young hockey gear playing, and she's currently flopped over on the ice. She just flopped over near them.
She found
That's their family photo, and she's like smiling up at the camera, realizing that there's a photo. Other than that, you'll eventually head back. But in the meantime, Cortez and Jeffrey, you head out to the graveyard. I'm assuming you just take Jeffrey's truck.
Yeah, I'm sure that Cortez could actually just get there faster, but I am but a big metal man, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna take my car.
It's pretty easy to get there now, as it's seemingly within the last day or so they've turned off all stoplights, and it's just pay attention. Essentially, it's do what you want. But it doesn't seem like cars are really that much in the road anyway, so you're able to kind of take the northern bridge off of Eileen Island and head towards the cemetery. You find it in a decent bit of disarray. You see that there is a lot of graves dug up and still piles of dirt all over. And you see about what looks to be maybe 60 to 70% of graves dug up and empty. While others, some have been dug up but still have coffins inside. I could both have you roll a perception check as you're kind of walking in through the entrance. Or walking up to the entrance, I should say.
Perception.
Pope did say that he went BRB, but I don't know when that was.
Gotcha. Hopefully he'll be back in a moment. I'll say for now, Jeffrey's looking around as Jeffrey kind of use magnetism to open the closed gate of the cemetery easily enough. And he heads in with Cortez flanking behind him. And you both kind of look around, and you don't notice it at first, but after like 5 or 6 minutes walking to where you believe to be a number of graves, you see that there's a couple of graves that look to be less like machine dug up, and a couple, like just a few, in a couple, like a small area that seems to be more personally dug up, either with shovels or something else.
So could I assume, based off of that, maybe family members or relatives of some sort maybe came here to check?
Possibly, yeah. You could assume that.
Okay.
With a 30, though, as you walk over kind of like another 2 minutes, I'll say Cortez this time points out that there are, with a 30 that you rolled, I'm kind of taking into account of this. You notice that there are a couple more recent, like within a day or so, tracks and disturbances of dirt. Cortez notices it because the dirt is a little bit more damp than a lot of the other very dried, sun-dried dirt.
That's a bit confusing to me, and maybe it's supposed to be. Would there be a reason for that? As far as I was aware, when the Doors of Death appeared, that's when most of the pandemonium happened, right? So if there are more recent tracks, that doesn't mean that, like, people who once were deceased are in that first wave. Are you saying that there's another wave?
There has been, it wasn't so much of a wave, it's just that it started and it progressively got more and more and more until at this point it's around 70, somewhere between 70 to 90, depending on where you are in the world, that people come back to life at least once. But this is like, most of the graves at this point, like, either aren't being manned and there's not enough people in the city. It's like maybe about 100 staff members, and the rest are heroes.
And I mean, are things like the grass still being cut, or
No.
is that noticeably?
They're not.
Okay.
They're very long and unkempt.
Interesting. He'll go over to one of the graves that have been dug up, and when he looks at the bottom, can he tell there's not a body there?
You see that there is no body, but roll me another perception check, because there is an open grave, coffin and everything open. 29. You see that there is a couple small bones left. And what Jeffrey knows about bodies, if they had come back to life, they come back with, like, either in some form of decay, but like if they're old enough and they don't have anything, they usually weren't coming back.
This might be a semantics question, but the process that we use right now to prepare bodies to be put into a coffin usually involves removing all of the organs and essentially filling them with other material. Do people still wake up in that state?
Some of them do.
My dad did.
He did, yeah, and they had to remove the embalming, and a lot of like skin tissue had to be regenerated. But this particular grave and a couple of the other graves, now that you're noticing them, are very, very, very old graves. Like the grave you're looking at is 1702.
Oh my.
This is like really old. This graveyard in particular is very, very big and notable graveyard, and this graveyard is like probably 1,000 years old at this point.
Jeffrey's not much of a sleuth, but he'll take a picture of that, especially noticing the date. And he'll send it in the Motley group chat with the caption, "This whole after death thing extends a lot farther than I thought."
Cortez is very suspiciously looking at it, kind of crouched down.
Welcome back.
Sorry, what?
Oh, you are in a graveyard, and you and Jeffrey have noticed that there was a number of graves that have been disturbed, mainly of the note of some of the dirt being more damp as it was in the ground. And a number of the graves that have been disturbed are graves that are very, very old, to the point where the modern preserving process of bodies and stuff like that is not relevant. And there was a couple bones at the bottom, and Jeffrey just sent a text to the group chat around 10 in the morning that there's something that extends a little bit further.
Was there any conversation prior to that?
Not really, no.
Okay.
And you said 1702. I'm sorry, I'm taking notes.
1701.
1701.
Well, what is that number?
That's the year that this grave is from.
Okay. Wait a minute, 1701?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what. That's yeah. I was thinking
I
the same
like
thing.
the brain cell slowly worked. It was like,
It's
oh wait.
like over 400 years ago.
Damn. Okay. Is there traces as to where the body went?
Not at the moment, no, but you could roll a survival if you'd like.
I have microscopic vision. I want to look
Microscopic vision.
I want to look for specifically parts of the ground that seems to be unnaturally disturbed and head in that direction.
Okay. As you're looking within that area, for the 35, you notice that there are small disturbances in the grass that, like, a couple spots that are bent away a little bit more, as if someone had walked past them at some point, but they'd started to right themselves. So probably within maybe 12 hours to 24 hours, someone had been walking back out the way you'd came.
All right, perfect. I'm assuming it's like really early morning.
It's around 10 in the morning now.
All right. I'm gonna walk towards the entrance. And oh my god, you guys can still hear me, right?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, my headphones keep beeping as if it keeps disconnecting. Don't know why.
That's weird.
Frick, train of thought just died. Oh, yes. I am going to use this inspired action again. What's my fucking inspired action? Roll. There it is. Boom. And it is Recollection, where I basically mimic the memories of the dark with the narcotic powers that I have.
Narcotic powers? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, right.
No, I like narcotic powers. It's fine.
Ha! You have narcolepsy.
I can put people to sleep now.
Well, narcotics is types of drugs. So he's just going on an acid trip.
Narcolepsy is the first thing that came to my mind. So
we're jumping all over the word association train. I love it. So, regardless, I need you to roll me a faith or religion in this case.
All right.
Really quickly, I'd like to respond to the group chat.
We'll get to that in just a sec after he does this vision. We'll get your response in. You see the 27. It feels a little bit different as Quilil's presence is kind of what's trying to help push through this. You see the area around you. You said by the entrance of the cemetery?
Yes, since you said that's where the presence felt like it went, like the entity after doing the other role of investigating which direction they went. And you said it's where we came from. I assume we came from the entrance.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
You see that as you focus on that, you see that there is a weird flickering vision. Unlike before, when you've either been brought into the past, into the memory, you see that you are conjuring these like reflective images of light that Jeffrey can see also. And you see in a space around you, Jeffrey, you're seeing like almost these like weird like film after effects of like people that have like these trails of light behind them. And you see that at first it's very developed. There's lots of people and it gets lesser and there's trucks. And then as it goes through very fast flickering images, I need both of you to roll me a perception check. See how much you catch. Wow. Cortez doesn't catch up on it, as there's so much happening. It's flickering. It's hard to see, and he's right in the middle of it. But Jeffrey, being a little bit further away, notices that a particular familiar face walks in and walks out. Jeffrey, you see Wrath walk out and walk in with a bag that starts empty and then comes out very full.
How the frick did I miss Wrath?
It was because his color and a lot of his form is obscured. You didn't see it because it's not an easy thing to see as is. Like, it's hard to tell who anyone is.
Gotcha.
So he enters the cemetery with an empty bag and then returns with a full one?
Yeah, he comes in with an empty one. Sorry, I might have said that weird. He comes in with an empty bag and leaves with a very full bag.
That's fucking weird.
And you believe it's Wrath. It fits his body type, his head shape. You can't really tell color or anything because all just like light whites and yellowish colors. Little bits of blue.
As Jeffrey sees that, he'll sort of speak up. What the fuck? What's...
Go ahead.
Yeah, I still don't understand how these powers work either.
No. I accept the fact that voodoo just happens. I see Wrath.
Donde? Where?
Right there. Go back.
You can't go back, and he goes forward until it's gone.
Where's the real
Fuck. Look. He was carrying a bag, and when he left, it was full.
Bueno, that's unusual.
Like 90% sure it was him.
Arya, your text message in the group chat is as follows.
Two things. One, is my mom still buried? And two, is that the oldest one that's been dug up? ? 1701 is a long time.
I guess I'll continue to look around to see maybe if there's an older one. I have a feeling that's probably the oldest one, but
Roll me a investigation check.
All right.
Maybe there's one from the 13.
You see, looking around, you don't find anything at first, kind of looking at the spots, but then you notice that there is a mausoleum that dates 1238. And you see there's a plaque that says this is the first mausoleum that started the culmination of this cemetery. It is the oldest thing here at all.
And does it look disturbed?
The door is kicked open.
Fuck.
There's nothing inside.
And this was dated what year?
1238.
1238.
A little under 500 years of the other oldest grave, which seemed to be the 1701.
And is Arya's mother buried at this location?
She is, and she's still buried.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Wrath. Make her useful for one.
Disturbed. Okay. He'll snap a picture of the mausoleum plaque and the open door and send that in the chat, and then say, "Your mother is fine."
How could a skeleton kick down a door?
Jeffrey's gonna look to Cortez with a very unusual amount of concern as he's looking over the mausoleum.
Cortez is going to go to the 1701 grave.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have a name?
You see that it did have a name, but it's so old, it's hard to make anything out of it. Something with maybe a G or C.
Gary.
And the mausoleum?
The mausoleum says it was big enough carved. It's the Matrice family.
I will look in my database for the Matrice family.
You see, in 1238, they were one of the first notable families that settled in this land.
Yeah, damn.
In Arbel or
It's part of
Mirador
Arbel.
in general? Okay. All right.
Wait a minute. Did you say that the 1701 started with a C or a B?
C or a G.
C or a G. I mean, I don't know how much that'll help, but it's still interesting.
Now I'm curious because I'm pretty sure. Actually, wait. I'm sorry, my brain. Okay, I'm gonna say this in character. Jeffrey,
Yeah.
was there something that bothered you about previously that made you want to come here in the first place?
Yeah. It just, knowing that some of the people that I affected would be alive right now sort of bothered me. And, I don't know, I was kind of hoping that what I was thinking wasn't true. I don't know what I'm going to do about it, but I'm starting to think it might be bigger than that.
So since he brought that up, and I am going to, because I'm pretty sure where I was buried is probably around where all the other soldiers are buried, the ones who died during the incident. When I head over there, like my grave is probably dug up because I had to bury my own damn body back at the house.
Yes, your grave was dug up, but in a way of some of the others where not recently as the ones you've just seen, but looks like almost it was clawed by human hands.
All right. Is that just mine or is that the others?
That's just yours. There's a couple others nearby
right.
that are dug up, but doesn't seem many. Doesn't seem many in this whole section. That seems to be mainly military or war veterans and things like that. That are buried in this area. It doesn't seem many were dug up. Now, if you think about it, there wasn't a lot of bodies that were actually brought back.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just lucky. Great.
Yeah, you were crushed opposed to burned alive or possibly eaten, devoured, sliced to pieces. Only disintegrated, small bits of the body actually found. So it's mainly just a lot of flags that were buried instead.
Gotcha. I look over towards Jeffrey. I don't think I would worry too much about them specifically.
Right, but I don't know. Should we look into this? First of all, I mean, we know that Wrath has been sort of suspicious lately, so that might be worth telling
He's
Ashley or
always
something.
been suspicious.
Yeah, but I mean, this mausoleum is from fucking hundreds of years ago, and there's no bodies in here.
I'm sorry. What's a mausoleum?
Mausoleum is basically like a small building that essentially wealthy people would be buried in. It's basically just like a giant house for a grave.
Oh,
another word for like a tomb.
Yeah,
sort of.
It's like a modernized version of tomb, yeah. And usually it would be, if like a wealthy family bought it, they would usually make room for at least them and their wife, and then maybe the rest of their family, if they were like really expensive, might be like anybody that's related to them, kind of thing.
Yeah. All right. Okay, I got it. I know what they look like now since you described it. Bueno, I think the first thing we should do is talk with Ashley.
Yeah, I agree. Is this other thing something we should tell, like, Thalia? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure she is well aware of the fact that because of the Doors of Death and the effects it has on the living and the dead, this was to be expected.
I don't know. It just seems off-putting to me, but I'll trust you. Okay.
Another thing concerning Wrath. That's something we should bring up with the group first before saying anything to anybody else.
Yeah. Shoot. Do we just like make a group lunch or something?
We go to the cabin. We talk about this immediately.
All right.
As you two head back, around this, a little before you head back, you see Ian. It was starting to become morning. You'd be starting to head back. If you and Ashley don't find a moment to sleep, you and Ashley will take a point of exhaustion. Well, Ian wouldn't. Ashley would.
Ashley can't sleep on the way back.
She could easily do so. Ian would be fine. He just wouldn't get a long rest. But Ian does get a text from an unknown number, one that he hasn't got before. And it just says, it almost looks like a text to like a boss or an employer. And it just says, "Shit's whack, Tom. Gonna have to call another day off or two, but things aight."
Whoa. I'm sleeping, sorry.
Jonas? Did he BRB as well? He might have.
Jonas is dead.
Okay. I'll just
Hate to see it.
I'll just send it to him. He can get back to me
Shit's
about that
whack,
later.
Tom.
Shit's whack, Tom.
I was confused as to what that was about, but now I understand. Took me a second.
Same.
Okay.
I figured it out.
So, then we're gonna shift gears a little bit as it's about mid-morning, around 11 a.m. We are going to briefly run over to where Jacob and Nep are, about maybe a mile from the shore, left to the west of Arbel City, just kind of floating just above the water. And you see Nep has kind of been hinting about a plan that she's had the whole time, that she's been wanting to tell people, but she hasn't said anything. And she was maybe warming up to it, and then all the stuff with Solemn and Mooncalling has kind of put her on edge. But she's finally brings up to Jacob, "Did you want to know what I had in mind, Jacob? Close the doors."
I've been curious about it for a bit of time now.
I know, and you see she lifts a very small bit of water out of the kind of the bay that you guys are in, and she, with more concentration than she does with water, she focuses and turns it to ice. It falls back into the water. My idea was to make a dome around the city with the water I myself can control. Maybe even 100 feet thick or more. I've done some tests of how much water I would need and how much I could control. I could do it. But to turn it to ice would be different. She takes the visage that she's formed to be her hand. She focuses on it, and from the palm outwards to like just the wrist, you see it turns to ice. And then it also falls into the water. And she looks at you. Unlike yourself, I don't have control or consciousness when I turn part of the water that is me to ice. It's almost as if I'm asleep.
I think it's a great plan. I'll definitely do whatever you need me to help. I can turn it to ice if you want it.
What I'm saying is, Jacob, is I'll need you to turn me back to water when it's done.
Yeah. Just, don't push yourself, all right?
You stay safe for the both of us. For the city, really. Otherwise, they'll have to break out on their own.
Yeah.
I guess I should let everyone know, or at least Talia. Going to get very cold in here. She kind of moves a little closer to Jacob and just kind of wraps her watery arms around his. I said I had an idea, and that's what it was the whole time, and then I found out that that if I stay ice, I stay stuck that way.
I'll make sure you come back.
As the day goes by even more, Ian and Ashley, you make it back to the cabin around 11 a.m. as well. Cortez and Jeffrey, you make it back not long after that. Everybody's kind of up and awake at that point.
I made breakfast.
You did make breakfast.
So everyone's congregated together right now?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take some
coffee
if you made some.
Yeah, I made a bunch.
Ashley,
Huh?
we need to talk.
She puts down her breakfast that she was filling her plate with. Yeah, sure. What's up?
Eat and talk.
The orders are orders. She picks the plate back up. Starts eating.
Did you read the group chat?
Oh, no, I was sleeping on the way here. Wait. And she'll go and grab her phone.
Oh yeah, you were sleeping.
What does the group chat say?
Or
the specific text sent?
So it has two pictures, one with a grave from 1701 that is disturbed, and a mausoleum dated 1238 that is also empty, along with some questions that Arya asked regarding the circumstances. And at this point, Jeffrey looks to Cortez to finish what he wanted to say.
Oh, some graves? Some people came back, or people are robbing graves?
Well,
I'm
we
surprised a
believe that
skeleton can kick down a door.
Wrath is involved in this.
Oh, I was about to
Why?
ask why you guys are telling us about graves here. What do you mean you think Wrath? Wait.
Was
You
the whole
think or you
place
know?
burned?
I was
well,
trying to look through some visions, and Jeffrey spotted him.
yeah. So, he did some voodoo stuff with his new, godly person, and kind of recreated the scene. I saw Wrath go in with an empty bag and come out with a full one. That's all I can say.
What was he stealing?
No idea.
Presumably a body.
We got some missing bodies, some of which are hundreds of years old, and it seems pretty sketch.
Missing bodies or missing bones, guys?
Bodies. Gone. Wholly.
Alright. Should I go and talk to him?
It's your business. I'm just letting you know. As for the other stuff that's going on, I'm gonna try to call Thalia later and see what she thinks about it. If she's seen other people talk about it.
But hold up, Jeffrey. Why were you there?
Personal matter regarding the cemetery that we visit annually.
Oh.
Okay.
Which is resolved for the meantime.
I just noticed these other things and really, it stuck out to me. Because as far as I knew, right, only the recently dead were supposed to come back.
And we know for sure that these ones came back on their own.
We don't, which is why I'm worried.
But I mean, it's also concerning because the question, DM, the picture he took, the door to the what is it called?
The
Mausoleum.
Mausoleum. The door of the mausoleum looks kicked in, right?
Roll me a perception or investigation.
How good is your photo taking, Jeffrey?
Probably average at best.
Darn it. Perception, don't fail me now. Yay!
It seems like it could be kicked in. Like one door is like partially off the hinges, leaning slightly inward, and the other one is just kind of flat in between the entrance and the threshold. So it's like hard to say, but it looks sort of kicked in, opposed to out.
I mean, it looks kicked in. Well, it looks kicked either way, but I mean, like, a skeleton can't do that. Big old pile of bones can't do that, though.
Jeffrey. How big was the bag that the Wrath was carrying?
Universe, how big was the bag that I saw?
It was big enough to fit maybe 3 or 4 Jeffreys.
That's a lot. That's a big bag. That's a big bag.
It looked like the Snitch with the huge sack. Like it could fit probably 3.
I love that movie.
It's an old children's book. Yeah. Anyway, my point is, it was fucking huge.
What
Guys,
the fuck?
I think we should just go and talk to Wrath. Really, he's never shown any other bad malice towards whatever. Maybe there's some miscommunication, and
He's probably
might
got a
be-
weird, reasonable explanation for this.
Hopefully.
Very well. When are we gonna talk to him?
I can go right now.
Well, I got nothing better to do. I have breakfast and a cup of coffee. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is all going? Jeffrey, Ashley, Cortez? Anybody else?
Me.
Aria?
Yeah, I'll follow.
Steinar?
Meow. I heard meow.
If everyone is going, then Athena is going.
Okay.
They're
Athena?
just secret.
Possibly going. Ambrose? Ian?
I mean, I don't know why everybody would have to go. I feel like maybe like Jeffrey and Ashley would be enough. So I'm gonna hang back on this one.
Okay.
Listen, I don't want to
compound.
ruin my reputation with Robro. You know what I mean?
No.
Okay.
I gotta let them take the fall when this goes south.
Okay.
I'm just curious.
That's why I'm there for
So,
best.
is Athena going?
Yeah, she'll go if Cortez is going, she's gonna go.
Okay.
Well, did it look like you wanted to stay behind?
Kind of, like you can see she kind of did, but at the same time she wants to make sure everyone's safe, so she goes.
Okay.
Okay. So you see, you all go. Where do you go to look for Wrath?
The cemetery. No.
Won't even look. Can I give him a call while we're maybe heading to the compound?
What's up, Ash?
Hey, where are you at right now?
Hi, Ross.
I'm out and about, heading towards the compound in a little bit.
Oh, dope. Yeah, could you meet us there?
Yeah, I'll meet you in like an hour. Is that all right?
Sure.
Okay, see you there.
All right, bye-bye. And then I look at everyone. He's out and about, but he'll be at the compound in an hour.
He's probably stealing more bones.
Probably. I just don't know why.
Boner.
You said for some reason you sound like Fred from Scooby Doo. Like, maybe we can catch him.
Let's set up a trap before
All
he
right, gang.
arrives.
Split up and look for clues.
Gang.
Let's go grave robbing.
Stunner is the friend of our group. Wait.
Arya just goes, Jinkies.
Jinkies.
Okay, so can we kill some time before that happens? Is that too difficult?
No, let's go for it.
All right. Jeffrey's gonna kill time by catching up with the news.
Okay.
Wow.
You see that there's nothing super new.
Are we just all hanging out at the compound?
Well,
I'm
it
gonna
takes
catch
about
up on the
like
news
an
with
hour
Jeffrey.
directly to get over there.
Okay.
So you guys were there, but by the time you get there, Wrath, according to people you ask around, he hasn't seemingly come back. He left he says he usually leaves around like 5 or 6 in the morning.
Okay.
And comes back sometime around noon and leaves again around like 4 or 5 in the evening.
That's grave robbing time.
Maybe. And you see that Jeffrey looking at the news and stuff like that. It doesn't seem like a whole lot is changed. There's still like a lot of people like mourning Queen Rose, and that's like taking up the majority of the news. It's been for like the last week. Well, since he dies. And you see that there isn't like a whole lot. There's people making speculations about the stuff going on in Trinity. They're saying that things are getting like even more crazy, but like no huge new details at the moment.
Okay.
Just things in the works, kind of. Maybe in the next day or two, some things might be more notable.
And while we're traveling and Athena's not driving, can she work out the stuff, like the arcanic stuff she was working on before on Thea's body?
You can
From memory?
You can certainly try.
Yeah.
Because it was before there wasn't any direct translations. It's been difficult to know that, is this a word? Is this a letter? Is this something? You may go ahead and roll another Arcana to try to decipher that if you'd like.
What essentially Athena's trying to rule out, is this any dead languages? Is this anything that's related to like Latin or anything that she would understand even from the arcanic books that she got from, what is his name? I forget his Osiris.
Obituous.
Obituous.
Obituous. You may go ahead and roll another Arcana to try to relate any new information that you can.
Yeah, even if it's like a single symbol she can get, that's enough for her. She just wants to understand at least where this stuff originates from. If my sheet would load because I rolled 20 is horrible. Okay. You said Arcana?
Yes, please.
Is she like meditating or something when she's doing this?
I'm gonna use my inspiration for this.
It's more the fact that she's trying to like be deep in her head, remembering things with like a photographic like memory, as well as trying to like write some things down and kind of relate that to a couple other things.
The best way that in my brain over the past week has been thinking about it, she looks like Sherlock Holmes. When Benedict Cumberbatch does it in the newest one, and it's really cool. It's just like she's kind of like twitching her head a little bit, just kind of like looking at things, shaking her head when something doesn't make sense, things like that.
Very like thinking and trying to
Yeah.
compute things in a way.
Like if she's writing stuff down, then by chance, like because I've been blessed by a new god or whatever. If I peek over, does something seem to make sense at all?
No, not even a little.
Okay.
You're like, oh, that
Good
looks like,
try.
that looks like
A for effort.
oh, that looks like runes that you like. It's close things like, oh, that's rune stuff that she does, the magic stuff.
And I'm gonna use my inspiration because I know what a 4.
Much better.
Here. It's a natural
With a
20.
natural 20.
Hello.
You see that the kind of bits and pieces of like transformation and transfiguration, energy, darkness. You see, well, you don't know for sure. There were a couple passages on ancient runes that before the book was kind of messed up that you kind of flicked by. And it's hard to remember exactly because it was more theoretical in opposed to actual practice. But it seems like there were portions of the book that were chopped up in different ways to maybe the way that Athena thinks how Osiris was and what you remember Osiris was trying to do. There may be a correlation. And then,
Okay.
because you're like, was Osiris trying to become a god of a similar type? And it seems like maybe there could have been a passage in that book somewhere, but it wasn't what Athena was looking for usually. And it seems like this is part of like those runes. If like Athena could generally get the full picture of them, it could be replicated, and it probably means some kind of god of death, or maybe specifically for Thea, they were twisted to be goddess of annihilation. It seems like depending on what key runes over the chest and shoulders and forehead are the most important ones, based off of their significance and what Athena assumes them to mean, that is the determining factor of what type of god, at least in this factor, of what they become.
Okay.
But however, Athena assumes, based off of that, there's probably many more on the back and back of the legs, things that Athena couldn't see. So she has the front picture, but not the back.
She has half the story, but not the full thing. Okay. She's gonna kind of come out of it. And she's gonna just kind of relax from there and just mull it over. She's very silent. Just like understands what she's figured out and just sorting it out from there.
And you see that maybe about 35, 40 minutes after you guys are at the Silvertech compound, you see Wrath kind of wander in and look around until he finds you guys. He comes on over with a big smile.
Happy wave.
Hey, Wrath.
We'll be asking questions here. Sorry.
What's up, you guys?
Hi.
How's the MM crew doing?
Pretty snazzy. Hey, do you mind
Right.
hanging out with us for a bit?
I mean, I got some things to do, but yeah.
What are you busy with?
Training.
You were training. You said you were busy the other day too. You've just been training these past couple days?
Yeah, more or less.
She kind of looks at him with the I don't believe your face, but whatever.
He gives you a
but
big
like
smile. Like, I don't care if you don't know. He's like making it very obvious that he's like not saying it. He's just like, to him, it seems like a game.
Yeah.
He's just smiling,
All right,
which
Mr.
turns into
Busybody,
most-
come on.
Where are we
We'll
going?
get this. We're gonna
A place.
a place.
I'm scared.
Yeah, you should be. I can't.
We
be
can just
intimidated.
talk in one of the conference rooms. Come on.
I was trying to be cool and
So you
I
guys
bring
head
them
over
into
to
one of the conference
room.
rooms. Yeah. I let everyone in.
He swings
And
over
then I-
into the far end head of the table, and you see the chair kind of his weight.
That's fine.
Spins around a little bit and puts his feet up on the end.
Wait, is he in robot form or is he in his human
Robot
form? Okay.
I close the door
Big
once
mouth.
everyone's in the conference room, and then I lean on the wall right next to the door, and I cross my arms and I squint at Wrath.
We're doing this. Squint.
He doesn't seem to mind. He's just kind
Just
of like
wanna see his- Oh, okay.
absent-mindedly just like looking around, and he like finally notices you, and he like raises an eyebrow.
Darn it.
Wrath, why have you been stealing dead bodies?
Cause I was hungry.
Hungry.
Bodies.
No, 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 no. You
Burn 'em
don't
to
eat
a
bodies.
crisp.
You eat burnt shit.
Yeah, they're like chips.
Wrath.
You burn them and then you eat them like chips.
Wrath.
What?
That's not the real answer.
It's like chicken wings without the chicken.
Are you really down here to accuse me of stealing bodies? What do I do
I'm
with
not
a body?
accusing you of stealing bodies. We know you've been stealing bodies. We're asking what
Technically,
you've
they
been
would be
doing with them,
bones.
Wrath.
As I said, I've been eating them.
You're not eating the bodies.
All right, you
That's
might not
such a
remember
cop-out
this.
response for any of us.
You might not remember this, Ashley. But back in hell, I loved bones.
All right. Here's the thing, Wrath.
That would
You
make a little bit more
don't
sense.
have any of the bodily function necessary to enjoy eating
Yes, I
a
do.
body.
And it's just the bones. Nobody else was using them.
Wrath.
What?
That is such a cop-out response.
It's
What
the
are you
truth,
doing with these
though.
bones? Are you
Eating
really
them.
being truthful?
Yes.
I'm gonna inside him.
Insight.
not
Especially
do
with that
that
yes.
See if
I'm gonna
he
do
is.
it too.
Okay.
Okay.
30. 41.
Why is
and
mine
50.
so? Bitch, I got a 3.
30,
Okay.
40, 50.
Wait, I gotta use an inspiration. 1 point. I got 2. I need to use it. All right, I'm using it.
Okay, go for it.
I don't want this goddamn 3.
I do have to use an inspiration.
Better.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
I know if
39,
only it was the other
41,
one,
and 50.
but I'll take it.
You see, you're kind
Yeah,
of.
I'm using my
You
41.
look at him. No, none of that seems true. Like, not even the fact that, like, if he's eating them, there's something else to it. It's just like none of that is true.
Mhm.
It doesn't feel
Ash
true.
is gonna
anyway.
kind of look sad.
He's a good, like, he's a
Um,
good
like
liar
she's not
too.
pissed at him. Yeah. Ash is not pissed at him. She just shows more like she's just disappointed and like it's like an untrust now. Like oh, I'm upset you would even go this deep, this low. And then she's gonna step up to where he's sitting on the desk and kind of sit there too. Wrath, you're really gonna start lying to us now?
Now. You see, he stands up, and where he kind of moves, you see the lighting just kind of like that very jokingly accidental sinister kind of like plays into the side of his face as he kind of laughs and moves about the room a little bit. I think what I do is my business, and it's not bothering you.
It's not your business, and you are ruining other people's property. That's exactly what we're here to stop.
You really care about property at this point?
And you don't? What happened to you?
Nothing's changed, Ashley.
Wrath, what is this?
Same game I've always played. I'm trying to become stronger for the doors. In any way I see fit. Turns around and has this awful grin. Whether that's intentional or not.
Then what are you doing with these bones?
Upgrades.
Upgrades to you or upgrades to Wrath?
To Wrath. In
How
a
do you
way,
mean?
anyway. I mean, in one way, shape, or form, the bones gets turned to make me better.
Why lie to us then? We would have just agreed if it was something you needed for your desire demon powers.
Because I could already tell that if you approved.
That's not how that works, Wrath.
It isn't.
We are trying to help each other out here. We can't help each other out if we're lying to each other and holding secrets.
What's wrong with a few secrets among friends?
A lot, actually.
So much can go wrong with a few secrets. Wrath.
They were gonna be surprises. You're all just ruining them.
I mean, I kept it a surprise until you said it.
I know. That's why you're my favorite.
Wrath, do we really look like the people who would like surprises? Or are you just being a jerk to be one?
There you go. He kind of leans over down to meet Ashley's eye level. There you go. Straightens back up, seeming very pleased with himself. Oh, this feels good. He almost like breathes in as like he's just breathing in the anger from everybody.
She's not even angry. She's just sad. Like
Jeffrey's
genuinely right
angry.
now. Not only that, but
Yeah,
she, yeah
okay,
everyone else
Jeffrey
can be
can be.
pissed. No joke. Everyone else can be
I'm
pissed, but,
hurt.
like Ashley, one knows what he would want, and two isn't even angry. It's more of just like a why would you do that, you know? So she just looks sad. He's not getting any anger from Ashley at all. She just looks disappointed and sad.
Yeah, I say Ari would be hurt. But yeah, Jeffrey can be angry. That one's fine.
Kind of looks around. So are we done here?
Can I ask something?
He shrugs.
Well, who's the person you're getting upgrades from?
That's a secret for later.
But why?
Because I said so.
You know what? Yeah, no, I think I have to be the one to say it. It's not okay what you're doing. It's not. And not in any way. Not even close. I don't even think I don't even think I can pretend that eating bodies for upgrades and then being a dick to be a dick is okay. It's not. Who the fuck do you think you are, Wrath? Do I have to remind you that you weren't a fucking sword?
Do I have to remind you that most mortals are just a bunch of meat? Electricity going through it?
You really
And
don't
you
care?
are just a fucking emotion. Stop trying to downplay everybody else around you. You think you're so tough? Do I need to remind you that you fucking melted? You're not invincible, and these upgrades, whatever they are, doesn't make you better than anyone.
Not invincible yet, I think is what you need to say.
I don't need to say a goddamn thing other than fucking stop what you're doing.
Wrath,
Yeah, Ash?
what are you scared of? And she's gonna stand up and look at him.
You see he goes over and kind of looks Ashley right in the eye by taking a knee. Unlike most people you've dealt with, that I've helped you deal with, they're afraid of something. I just want to have the most amount of fun I can when the doors open.
So you really haven't cared this whole time?
I have things I care about. That pent-up rage needs to get out eventually, don't you think? And I want to direct it at our enemies, not you.
So all of this was to hold it in, to let it go against the right people.
And build even more of it in the process. Jeffrey's just giving me so much right now. Appreciate it.
Doesn't change what I said.
I know. I'm not trying to change how you feel. Keep being angry.
makes me more strong.
The only thing that I'm going to say to you, as a warning, not against us, but against our enemies. Everyone has a weakness, Roth.
Oh, I'm aware.
No one's invincible.
I'm very aware. That's why I'm trying to get rid of my own. The melting you mentioned, Jeffrey. That's going to be gone very soon.
I don't give a shit. I really don't. What I care about is that you stop eating fucking dead bodies. They're not fucking yours. There's a reason they're in those graves, you dipshit.
Who do they belong to?
The ancestors of the deceased.
They're still alive? You think they care? Do you think they even know?
It's not your fucking business to know.
Neither it is theirs. Not at this point.
That's just a fucking... I thought that you were stupid, but I mean, for God's sakes, it does not take a genius to realize what you're doing is wrong.
Jeffrey, I don't think we can convince him what right and wrong is.
Ashley?
He's talking to a brick wall.
Ashley, you told me the reason we were doing this is because demons are just like us. Is that not true?
I just learned that it's harder than I thought. We can't just
Well,
assume
then.
that we can talk our way into this, Jeffrey.
We might have a problem then. What happens when suddenly Wrath decides, you know, maybe people just don't deserve what they have. I mean, we're just humans, right? I mean, where does the line get drawn? You see how this is a slope that he's going down?
She just looks at Wrath. Because that's exactly what's been going in her head while he's been speaking.
You think you're above us? That's a problem. And we deal with problems, Wrath.
Above all of you? No. Not even close. I've already got to see that. I got to see I can get my ass handed to me by any one of you.
Now what I'm asking, you think you're above people?
Most people, yeah. I've already proven
that. What you're proving is that you're a disappointment.
You're proving that you care way too much about people that don't actually give a shit about you.
That's my job. And that's supposed to be your job, if you remember.
Guess I'll have to look at the fine print. Stands back up.
Wrath, I won't talk about whatever you're doing. I don't want to bring it up. But just tell us you're not really eating those bodies. What are you doing?
No. I'm trading them.
Who wants the bodies?
A friend of mine.
Wrath.
Jeffrey's gonna roll up his sleeves.
Ooh, someone's
Ashley's
bringing
gonna
the
stand
guns out.
Ashley's gonna stand in front and put her hand out. Jeffrey.
Ashley, I have one thing that's keeping me in check. And I'm hoping that you figure this out now. Because if he leaves that room as he is now, he's a danger.
You say that as if you're not a danger, Jeffrey. You say that as if anybody in this room isn't a danger to the world itself.
see the fire that usually sits around him starts to go blue slightly.
Wrath, it's not about being a danger, it's about being in control.
No, he's right. Every single one of us here is a danger. In our own right. The difference is that we work together to keep each other accountable. Wrath. That's why we work so well. That's why we are who we are today. The only issue we have is that you didn't speak and you didn't communicate these things before you started doing them, so that we could keep you accountable.
As I said, the way I went about it, none of you would have approved. And if I asked for what I wanted, none of you would have been willing to give it to me.
Why do you say that? Have we not trusted you this far?
No. But that bitch,
Why
Silver
would you
Lady,
say that?
is the one that's terrified of me. Doesn't want anything to do with me. I've had to take matters into my own hands.
Then why
And you're
not
going to blame
Mio?
us for that. And you're going to leave us out of the loop. We're not Silver Lady.
No, but you trust her. And you're her friends.
But then why
We're
not
her
Mio?
friends, but we have our own thoughts, Wrath. We don't have to do everything Silver Lady does, and she doesn't have to agree with us either.
Then if I was getting upgrades from someone that has been hiding out in the city for a very long time, has been giving payments of bones and flesh and undead for their own benefit.
But you trust them.
I don't trust them. I trust that they'll keep operating with me. If I keep their
You trust
cover
that they
quiet.
won't backstab you. You'll trust that they won't go rogue and do something crazy once things go to shit in this city.
I trust that if they tried, they would die.
What if they just randomly implanted like a turn off switch for you though? And you didn't know.
That's the game I'm playing, I guess.
Then why don't you just ask Mio then? If you didn't like Silver Lady, there's also Mio. She's really good with robots too.
She refers to Silver Lady, for the most part, as a respect for the tech.
All we're saying is there was better ways to go about it.
And I'm saying,
And what I'm saying,
there isn't.
if you leave that room, if you leave this room with that idea in your head, I'm gonna have to knock it out of you.
Well, I'm certainly
Wrath,
not gonna
before
fight
my
you.
friends do something stupid, we need to talk. And she's going to hold out her hand.
Ooh, you want to keep secrets now? You want to keep things from your friends? Do you not trust
Through gritted
them?
teeth, she's just going to say, I'm trying to help you.
Can I join in? Oh wait, I'm not a demon though. Never mind.
I'm more than happy to have a private talk with you, Ashley. Things that only the two of us will know. Grab your hand. Two of you are pulled in that space. And you see Wrath looks exactly as he does in the outside world, just as you look exactly as you do in the outside world. In that dark, lightless, but also non-shadowed space.
Wrath, just give me something so that they can trust you.
Oh, you just want a piece of something that's going to put them off?
You could give me everything, and I'll let them know what they need to know. But you can't keep playing this game. They're going to do something stupid. And you're going to continue to instigate the situation. Please.
So do you agree with me?
I
You agree with my methods?
understand where you're coming from, but I need more information.
All right. So, I found a person that has been lurking around the city. Mainly been unnoticed. 2 people, really.
Two?
Yeah. One's a doctor and one's a crazy person. They're both crazy, really.
To be helping you with what you need help with, yeah. Yes, they are.
But they're good at what they do. I think they've fought with you or against you. Their interpretation of things are a little weird.
Names, Wrath.
He like actually has to think about it.
What?
Psycho.
I knew it.
And laugh. Psychedelics.
No.
And lasagna. No, lasagna. Psychometrics. And Larry laugh. Something like that. That's the best I got.
I'm gonna call Last Laugh Lasagna now.
But anyway, the psycho guy, he's actually very good with tech. Still a lot of plans from Elias Morose.
Okay.
Help me with weapon tech. Keep me from melting. And the bones have been, well, something they've been working on. I don't really know too much about. There's a form of payment. Keep each other
They
in
didn't
check.
explain what they were doing with those bones?
I didn't care.
Do you think they're a threat?
No. Even Arya could squish them with no problem.
And what upgrades have they been giving you?
See, he flexes an arm, and you see a bunch of different like rockets, ranged sniper rifles, things like that. Very high tech, but it does look like it's very, like, not nearly as professional as Silver Lady or Mio. But there's like a certain crude ingenious to it.
And you'll be fine controlling that?
I mean, so far, yeah.
So far. Wrath, give me something here.
I mean, I've had
Let
no
me know
problems
you're not going
with any
rogue.
of it. I just know that they've been a great source, and I've actually really enjoyed working with them.
Just give me your word that you're going to be all right.
I don't plan on doing anything stupid as much as your friends would think.
You're already doing stupid shit.
I don't agree. This is survival. This has always been about survival and becoming as strong as I can possibly be.
Just want to make sure your head's on right for this.
Who's coming out of the doors, Ash? Who do I hate more than anything?
Just keep those priorities. Please.
My priority is to make him hurt. To make Zack pay.
All right. Is there anything else?
No. That's all it's
insight.
been. Roll an insight.
Insight check.
Roll an insight.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Goddamn.
Because of the natural 20. There's nothing. He's being very truthful.
Ooh, he really is. Okay.
He just wants
That's
to
all
kill
I needed.
Zack. His one goal is build up as much wrath, many upgrades, and fucking kill him.
She's gonna nod, still looking at him very intensely. Just talk to us next time, please.
I'll think about it.
At least talk to me.
I said I'll think about it.
She rolls her eyes. And she'll get out of the... What did we call it?
The Ashkadu.
Skidoo.
Ashkadu.
The skidoo.
The...
Skidoo.
So, in the brief time that Ashley and Wrath are in there talking, you see there is a moment, kind of a silence, as you're looking around amongst each other. Then the door gets pulled open.
Wait, while we're still talking?
Yeah, while you guys are talking, unaware of the surrounding. And you see what seem to be these black claws at first. And pull the door open, you see Pride step in.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I love this.
It's a family reunion, boys and girls.
You see he looks at them too. He looks at Athena and Jeffrey.
What is going on exactly?
You know, Wrath doing stupid shit, thinking he's better than people.
As I
and,
predicted.
yeah, well, Ash is gonna handle it, like she always does. At least, that's what I hope.
I don't know if I should give her that opportunity.
Starts walking over towards Wrath.
What are you gonna do?
Cortez stepped up.
He gets blocked by Cortez. Looks at
I
everybody.
would suggest to give them their moment.
I'm going to rip the blade out of Wrath.
Give Ashley
Damn
a
it.
chance.
Why? He's been doing something for a long time.
And that is what we are intending to find out.
And let me assure you, Pride, I'm on fucking your side if he agrees to stop. If he doesn't stop doing this, you have full permission. Alright? But right now, I'm giving Ashley a chance.
Roll persuasion with advantage because other people made some good points too.
Quick question, Purple.
Yes.
Which conference room are we in right now? Like, in terms of like building, location, everything?
Well, it's all one building. It's just a little.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like, is there like, are we in a location in the building where it's like a bunch of heroes or stuff?
No.
Where people are like,
the conference
okay,
rooms are kind of set in
it's-
a way.
okay, just making sure, just in case things go south.
He looks at Jeffrey, looks at Cortez in front of him.
I still don't feel that another chance is warranted with Ashley. While she's done better more recently, she's blinded by family that she wishes she had.
Turns back
I'm
around.
right there with you.
You see he turns back around.
Just call me. Have someone get me. I will destroy Wrath. I'm always the better when it comes to a fight with him.
He turns.
If
You
it
got
comes
it.
down to it, we'll contact you.
He said the thing!
He said the thing!
Oh, always a way to break attention to the scene. And you see that as Ashley, you and Wrath are coming out of it, the door closes. Wrath squints.
I don't pull too much attention to it, and I kind of just look back at everyone else. All right. Fucking fine.
You see he flashes demon sense.
I notice he flashes his demon sense, and I flash my demon sense.
That's Kari. Walking away.
Wait.
Quite the
why
family
was
you
I
guys
there?
have.
Very
What did he
briefly.
want? What the fuck
What did he want?
He was
Whoa,
just checking in.
hold on!
I'll say it
Hold
with
on.
him, with Wrath. Yeah.
Before that, remember, you guys talked in private first, so let's start with that. Have you changed your
That's-
fucking mind?
He's fucking fine. He's just doing stupid shit, and he's done doing stupid shit. And I look at Wrath. It's fine. It's
I'm
fine,
done
you
doing
guys.
stupid shit, depending on what Kari said.
What Kari said is none of your fucking business.
Wrath.
Starts to
Keep
smoke.
it together. You know Pride just likes to step in on this shit.
Because he thinks he's in charge.
And he's obviously not. He walked away. They spoke to him.
Then tell me what he said.
You're not gonna tell us what you said. I'm not gonna give that to you.
I already told her.
And I'm telling you this. It's none of your business.
Wrath, he's just trying to piss you off. Come on.
I know. Part of me likes it. Part of me wants to rip his head off.
Yeah, hold it together.
I'm really trying.
Are we done here then?
Yeah.
Yes,
we
we're done
are.
here.
Great. I'm going fucking home. I don't fucking. He's leaving.
Before we dismiss Wrath, I have one question for you.
Yeah, Cordy. What's up?
What is it that you plan to do after the Doors of Death is over?
Go back to hell. I like it there better.
He nods. Then walks off.
I'm gonna follow behind Jeffrey. When he walked off as well. Probably should have mentioned that.
Okay. All right, you catch up to Jeffrey.
I'm gonna give, before he goes, I'm gonna give Steiner like a supportive, like, yeah, bestie, go bestie. Thumbs up to him as he leaves. Wrath, did you want me to make you some cookies to make you feel better?
No. Appreciate it. But I'm gonna go
Hot
for
chocolate?
a walk.
Okay.
Starts walking
Make
out of
it
the
a
room
good
as
one,
well.
Wrath. And Wrath, don't forget.
I won't. It's gonna be a short walk anyway.
He nods and takes a deep sigh after he leaves. Kind of just leans on the table with a hand like on her temple.
What happened there?
It's fine.
You promise?
I promise.
Okay. Did you want me to make your favorite raw steak to make you feel better?
No, I'm not hungry right now. I just... Once we deal with the doors and everything afterwards, things will be a lot better. But until then, we're gonna keep walking on eggshells, and I can understand how some of us are done with that. I wasn't trying to go against Jeffrey getting the information he needs. No one's perfect, and no one's gonna change within a couple words being told to them. You gotta work with someone, you gotta work with how they are. Right?
Depends on the person.
No, you're right. It does depend on the person. And look at Wrath. There's really only so few ways we can deal with that. And yelling or being angry is definitely not one of those ways. I don't blame Jeffrey, though. I don't blame any of you guys.
So, as you guys finish up in that room, Mop and Jeffrey have gone for a walk. Is there anything that you two say or do? Or is it just more getting out of that area?
Jeffrey's gonna try to go back to his pickup truck and sit in the back.
Okay. See, as you're about halfway, Mop catches up to you in his Steinar form.
Oh, there we go. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah, I can see that. And it's understandable, really. But really was not the right situation for that, especially since it was against Wrath.
Look, I got what I wanted. If he's stopping what he's doing, then I don't care. But this is what, the 6th, 7th time Ashley's vouched for somebody like her, and they're fucking lying to us.
Well, that's just who they are. It's...
And that's a problem, Steinar. It is. It's a fucking problem.
I agree. The thing is, they help. They're going to help a lot. And if you make them your enemy before the Doors of Death happen, it's just going to cause more problems.
I'm trying to deal with the problems before the doors open. That's all. What scares me about a mentality like that, okay, is what if a demon makes his way over to Wrath and says, hey, I'll give you a bunch of power, just kill some people. Do you think Wrath would say no? I'm not too sure.
If it came to that, we'd put a stop to it. But right now, he's only dealing with dead bodies. And it is extremely disrespectful, and I despise that a lot. But they're just hardwired that way. The best we can do is show them a better way of dealing with things. And if they go about it their own way, instead of coming to us, then it's really... Eventually, it'll just get to a point where we'll have to put a stop to it. And I don't think he's going to stop. Exactly.
I said my piece, all right? I'm trying to relax. I still don't trust what Ashley said. But at this point, it's sort of a shtick.
I'm trusting Ashley. She can handle things.
And I'm trusting until it goes wrong.
You want to blow off steam or something like that? Go hit something or whatever?
I'm going to sit in the back of my truck, and I'm going to meditate. You free to join me?
No, fine. I'm not very good at the meditating thing.
As you two vibe/meditate in the truck for a bit. Jeffrey at both of you at disadvantage actually, because you're both kind of half meditate. Unless Steinar, you think he wouldn't meditate at all.
No, he wouldn't meditate. He's just kind of like there. He's just like
you just roll a normal perception then. But Jeffrey roll one at disadvantage.
That's okay because Steinar is low at levels.
Okay. Continue on as if nothing happened. But the day starts to progress. Is there anything either later in the day, in the evening, or would you like to push on a little further?
I got nothing.
What Poke said.
No particular business to attend to?
I'm gonna do something
I'd
stupid.
probably text Thalia the same images I sent in the group chat. And probably also mention that we're keeping an eye on Wrath.
And she responds with, I've been keeping an eye on Wrath for the last, since he existed.
Since
You
he
know?
was brought into this world again.
Yeah. Since he was reborn,
Ever
I was
since the
keeping an eye.
desire demon of wrath was created, I've been watching.
And then she
Ever since I read
I-
about him in a book.
Always watching.
I am gonna go. Actually, well, yeah. I'm gonna go to Thalia.
Okay, you go to
'Cause
I'm
Thalia.
gonna have sex with
Do
Steiner.
know that Jeffrey's gonna post that
In the
anyways,
back
and
of
I
Jeffrey's shirt?
also do want to tell Thalia.
Okay.
Mhm.
You go over to Thalia. You see that she's currently walking about the compound comfortably, talking with what seems to be Anzu from Karana, former peacemaker. And she turns to look at you, and they kind of nod, and then he heads off and he walks over to you. Like before you even got to the point of you saying hi, Thalia, or anything, she goes, "So, what?
Could we talk
Yes, we can talk. Do you want to go somewhere in particular?"
privately?
She grabs you by like the elbow and just kind of not like aggressively, but just like, "All right,
No.
we're going this way."
Yeah.
Goes over to like a small like private room. She sits on one of the tables in there. And you can tell based off of like expressions of Ian, she's only walking about is because she can do work while walking around now. So, what is it that we're talking about? It's about Wrath.
Do you have the actual full list of who's in this city and who is staying in this city?
Yes. I
And
do.
you know of any others?
Others in what way?
Others that might not want us to know that they're in the city, but maybe we can keep that in check.
There's assumptions that there have been a few people in the city still, but
Assumptions.
we have not been able to rule out anything. We found a few the past few days. It's a big city and there's a lot of people. That's what a lot of the patrols have been going through different buildings, saying, "Hey, look through here, look through here." but
Only assumptions? No one's found anything?
nothing confirmed. At least that I'm unaware of.
Alright. Just tell everyone.
Is there
Just
an
tell
issue?
everyone to not relax before we start getting shit done in here.
You're speaking
It's
cryptically,
been a
Ashley.
while. It's been a while, and I can understand how some people might be getting comfortable in the situation we're forming for ourselves here. But if you can somehow make it clear to everyone to not get comfy in this situation and to make sure the city is on a tight lockdown, that'd be great.
Are you saying you want me to go have more patrols looking for people specifically, ones that are a bit more engaged with the idea of it?
Whatever you see fit, Thalia.
She takes out a phone, an old flip phone. It's like, what the fuck? This should be in a museum. Like, what?
Mhm.
She pulls it out.
Isn't she a phone?
I wonder what that flip phone is.
She presses a button on it. Bloop, 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 bloop. And she just closes it. She didn't even text any, like, she texted like one letter.
Mm.
And
Ailmans.
then all of a sudden,
Ashley's just gonna look and then not really.
GG.
She doesn't want to ask anything, but she's like, all right, whatever.
and you see that she didn't text that through her head or anything, or any of her internal roboticness.
Yeah,
And
it
you
was
see that
this phone.
she just waits. You feel a presence behind you. And you look around and
Fucking
see
jumps
Leo.
a bit and she looks back. Ah, fucking hell.
What do you need, Thalia? He also kind of.
And then she kind of puts it all together, like, oh, that's what that was. Because Caroline already knew.
Ashley is implying that there's people in the city somewhere. Would you mind doing a brief search before you go back to whatever you're doing? Yeah, it's fine. They'll have the whole city cleared by tomorrow.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
what's got you so worried that you won't say it to me? About Wrath?
We're just getting closer and closer to a day that we need plans, and we need to be focused, and we need to have our goal in sight, and I just don't want to lose grip on that right before it all starts going down.
So when Leo finds people, what do you want me to do with them? Lock them up? Leave them somewhere for you to question them? Kill them?
No. Just figure out what they're doing. And if it's fine, then leave them to be.
All right. That's what you want.
If they're a threat, though, Leo knows what to do.
Well, there's a little aggressive at times.
Then you know what to do.
I'll keep that in mind. Do you want to be made aware or no?
No, I trust you'll figure it out. Thanks, Thalia.
No worries. He walks over, opens the door, and holds it open for you.
By the way, if you have been watching Wrath, he's fine. He's just being stupid, but he's doing what he can so that he can help us out. That's it.
Yes, and Sylvan Lady and I have discussed it, and he makes her very, very worried. If you don't want him to doing, let's say, backdoor dealings. He raises her eyebrows to look at you a little bit. I suggest you could talk to Silver Lady and make sure she's okay with upgrading him, or at least come to some sort of agreement, because that's where the issues lie. She's afraid of him. The fact that he doesn't function like a robot, or even like Ian or Cortez or myself.
Welcome
he functions
to
like
Desire
something
Demons.
else, and that scares her.
I
because
can't
it's
make
something
her
she
not
calculates.
afraid of him. That's exactly what he wants.
Then we're going to have to deal with whatever comes next. And I will do my best to support what decisions you and your group make.
But
if he's going to start doing things that are dangerous to what our mission is, I'll have to have him stopped. And Leo's very good at stopping demons.
he just nods.
That being said, I've known about what he's been doing for a while. It's been disgusting. I don't agree with it. But at the time, I didn't have the energy to even think about it. Nor
And
did I want
now?
anybody getting hurt. I was going to bring it up to you, but it seems it's already brought itself up to you.
And what do you suggest then?
Honestly, not the easiest way, but the way that Wrath is going to be the least, I think, problematic is actually talking with Silver Lady and figuring out why she's so afraid fully. Maybe that's not you, maybe that's me and someone else.
She sighs. She's like, I don't want to.
But if you can come to an agreement or understanding between her and Wrath, make her understand that he is not an entity, a robot, an AI, a cyborg. He is a demon that has a metal shell. Then maybe we can stop this before he does something too stupid. Something that makes someone have to take rash actions against him.
You're right. I'll call you in a bit, then.
No worries.
And she'll walk out the door.
And she goes about her way as well.
I'm going to Athena.
Athena and crew, would you guys just go find somewhere
Yeah,
to
it's
relax?
up to wherever you guys are.
So when I had walked out,
Mhm.
I wasn't necessarily going too far. I still wanted to be within the view of the room that we were just at.
Mhm.
So I would have seen Ashley leave, but
Mhm.
since I didn't see Athena leave, I'm just still outside, but not too far away.
Okay.
I'm finding Mio, by the way.
Athena would probably, to be honest, since everyone else is kind of dispersing, she would just probably hang around Cortez.
Okay. Arya, you go to find Mio. You see her and Silver
'Cause-
Lady are hanging out in her lab at the moment when you find her.
Give my little happy waves as usual, and then I'm gonna be like,
Oh. Hello, Arya. Hello, Arya.
hi,
What can we do for
you're
you?
really better at the computer thing than me, so I'm gonna need another bear if you don't mind.
Good heavens, why do you need so many bears?
I just want to make a couple more. Maybe I might come to you with a list, but I mean, if it's not too much trouble, of course I don't.
I mean, they don't take long. You just need to describe what you want them to look like.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna make a Wrath teddy bear.
Why would you want? What is something wrong with us?
Well, he's just he's Wrath, you know. So I thought if I gave him a teddy bear, it would help him calm down.
A bear is
You know
going to
what?
calm him down.
Well, no, but I mean, it's like the thought that counts, right?
Is he going to really be interested in such a thought?
He appreciates it when I cook for him.
He does.
Yeah. I mean, granted, it's all burnt, but I mean, he still appreciates it. He likes it, all his stuff burnt, so it's not that hard to cook. But
Silver, what is going? It's not going to be much of a problem just to make him a bear. I'll do it. There's no worries. You think it's not a problem? Then go for it. I'll be going back down to my lab now. All right.
This lady.
And she
I-
heads off.
bye. Did I make her upset?
No, but something about Wrath just bothers her, and she doesn't like to talk about it. To be fair, we don't know each other more than professionally that for very long.
Well, I guess. Would I be considered a friend? I don't know.
I don't know. That's up to you and her to decide.
Well, I think we're friends, but I don't know what she thinks.
I have a feeling you think you're friends with a lot of people. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way.
Well, maybe, but
It's all right, Arya. Very charming. Sometimes it needs someone to be a friend to them first before they realize that they can also be the friend.
okay.
All right, here's your bear.
Oh, thank you.
She literally just hands it to you right there. So she already
Yeah.
had schematics and pictures to use of Wrath, and it's just like
Easy.
fluffy little red bear with like some metal looking stuff that's all just cotton.
Is there a bag anywhere to put this?
The bag will have to be on your own.
I can make a bag. I can make a bag.
And you can also
I'm
just
gonna try
find
and-
one where they have some.
Well, oh yeah. I need a bag to fit 2 bears. Cause now you got me thinking about another bear.
Oh boy. What are the-
Medusa.
At this point, I might as well make a bear for everyone.
No, just Medusa for right now, okay? And then I'll try and figure the rest out on my own. And if I can't, then maybe I'll go back to you.
Well, if you know how to code, you might be able to figure it out.
I don't know how to code.
Then you're probably not going to be able to figure it out.
Never mind.
I'll make the other one now, and you go look for a bag and come back, okay?
Okay. I wanna talk to Silver Lady now. Ah, okay. Make sure she's okay.
She's probably fine. It's just,
Okay.
Differences of what expectations of creations versus what actually happens can be a little bit difficult for her. Is what I'm getting. She likes things to wind up perfect on the first try, which isn't always realistic, even as good as she is.
Oh yeah, nobody can be perfect on the first try.
She's pretty good at it, but it doesn't happen every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's often very discouraging for her if it doesn't happen within the first couple tries.
So I gotta talk to her about not being a perfectionist.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. I'll try.
Since you haven't left yet, here's the Medusa bear, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
So as Arya leaves her talk with Mio, and
I'm on a mission.
Ashley goes to find Athena, finds them just kind of hanging out in near the main area, but not directly in the middle with Cortez.
Hey, Athena.
She kind of was like about to say something to Cortez and goes, "Yeah."
I need your help.
Gives a small smile and goes, "What do you need?"
To fix.
Truth
to
on
make
my
sure
brow.
people don't keep doing stupid things. I need other people to be okay with those people, and that's really hard. So, I thought that you'd help me out with someone, and then I can maybe go and talk to the other. And do you mind talking to Silver Lady for me?
I'm assuming it's about Ralph.
Yeah. He'll stop doing his stupid shit if he has the proper person to help him out, but Silver Lady is so just scared of him that it might not ever happen. And if she keeps being scared of him, he's gonna keep going and doing stupid things.
Is fear the underlying issue here?
For Silver Lady?
Most
Hell if I
likely.
know. I thought maybe you guys could talk to her and maybe figure some more out. Or
She and I
figure out
spoke.
where her middle ground is.
She and I spoke at one point about the Wrath thing. I have an idea of where she's at, so I can talk to her. Would you like me to do it now or later?
Arya, you see Athena, Ashley, and Cortez, and you three see Arya wandering about with two big bears under each arm. One looks like Wrath and one looks like Medusa.
Now would be Arya?
Hi. I was gonna put these in a bag and then talk to Silver
Arya,
Lady.
are you gonna give that to Wrath?
Well, not the Medusa one, but I was gonna give the Wrath one to Wrath. But I was gonna
Wrath
find a
is
bag.
a bear guy.
Well, you guys weren't bear guys and y'all took them.
Yeah, but
that's a little different. But
we understand you on a different level.
He might take it.
If not, it's not the end of the world.
We can keep it at the cabin somewhere. You can put it in your room
It
if you
is
really want.
literally the end of the world.
I look to Cortez and go.
I also look to Cortez.
Yeah,
Ashley does stifle a laugh. That's fucking true.
Was that a joke?
I don't think that was a joke.
supposed to be a joke?
That's not.
Darn it!
No, he was. Okay. It's the
It's
little
fine.
things.
Actually, Arya, it's great that you're here. Where's Jeffrey?
I don't know.
They went walking.
Steinar.
I'm gonna text.
I don't know, and that's it.
I'm gonna text Steinar. Be like, "Hello, where are you at?" Smiley face emoji times 10.
Truck.
10 minutes later,
Truck.
he gets a truck.
They're at
10
the
minutes
truck.
later.
They're at his truck.
He was kind of. It was like 5 minutes. He was like fidgeting around with like whatever like music he's got in his car. Just kind of like, oh, this is pretty neat. I like the song. Oh, okay, yeah. Truck.
He's at the truck. His favorite truck. Because it's his
Okay.
truck.
Right. Is that all right, Athena?
I don't mind.
Is that too much to ask?
No, it's fine. I don't mind talking to her.
What are we talking about?
I'm gonna go and talk to Silver Lady about things with Wrath.
Oh. Yeah, no, you'd be better at that.
Blinks
Athena,
a few
do
times,
you-
like, huh?
You should you should maybe know what he said.
She gives a look like, do you want to go in my headspace? Like, is
And
that
she
what...
gives her the look of, I said you should know what
And
he said.
then...
Oh man, where are they right now? Because it'd be so funny if I just slipped in there.
There's a Silvertech compound. You're in the cabin across the city.
Damn.
and then there's just a little slippity do into the headspace, and then if she was still talking, she goes, "Yeah, what did he say?"
I mean, do you just want to see it? She says in the headspace.
Go for it. And then
Man,
she'll
everything that you guys heard that happened between Wrath and Ashley.
Wowzers!
Was straight to Athena.
just to Athena. Yeah.
Yeah, just Athena.
See you guys. I was like, wait, what?
Athena kind of raises an eyebrow and goes, you could definitely
Stupid.
see.
I know.
Ashley, you know I love you. But you have so much trust in these people sometimes.
He's not lying to me, though.
I
Come
know.
on, you could
I
have seen
know.
it there.
I know he's not. I know. This is
I
all
just-
in the head. In the head, by the way.
I just
There's
needed
twister.
that to know, and he's being truthful, so I trust it. I trust
Mhm.
him.
No, I get that. It's just disconcerting. You know what I mean? Just the whole situation, not the fact that he's being truthful, just the situation.
Listen, there's not.
It's sort of sad, the fact that both Kari and Wrath have gone through the same situation. The only difference is that Kari actually recognized the truth, and Wrath is the one that pretended to.
Wrath is just young, and different personalities.
I know.
Listen, I'm not trying to trust on a whim here.
I know you're not.
I just they're the only two that have shown that this can work and be better, you know? So I want to trust that it can work and be better before something else dies.
Ash, I know you. And I trust you. I just... You know me, it's hard to trust people outside of us.
Same.
And I'm proud you can do this. It's just also concerning.
Just trying.
I know. Just don't hurt yourself trying. For your sake. I will go talk to Silver Lady though. Give Wrath some time, and then maybe this can work, and I will text you.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll It'll be okay before the doors. She looks to Ashley with a very confident look. I think that this will get figured out.
She just nods. And then IRL, she nods to Athena.
Yeah. And then she'll pull
And then
the
she'll
link
walk
away.
You see, Arya was like waddling the arms of the Wrath Bear while y'all were still in it before seeing y'all got out, and just immediately like puts it behind her. I didn't do anything.
All right.
Are you
Can I
both
go
done?
find? Yes.
Yeah,
Do
she
you want-
just starts walking away. She's gonna go find Jeffrey.
Do you
Kinda
want to
gives
go
that
with
final
her,
nod to
Arya?
Athena.
I mean, I needed to head out anyway to talk to Jeffrey about the thing. You said you were gonna talk to Silver Lady.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys talk, but how much do you know about her?
I don't know if they probably have a logical conversation about this. Why?
Oh, that makes. Because I was talking with Mio earlier, and it's just it's the way that Silver Lady is, especially towards Wrath. Because she's like a very big perfectionist, and she like expects things to go like a certain way, especially like on the first try and stuff. And with Wrath, because you know it's all different, and it's not like, you know,
I know.
because Wrath is Wrath, it's scary for her.
He's a demon. Doesn't make sense.
No.
But I appreciate the insight, though. It'll be helpful to talk to her.
Well, if we're going to have a society filled with demons, she needs to get used to it.
Well, you're right about that.
There's going to be many demons that are going to be scary to a lot of people.
But you'll have to get used to it.
I think it's not the demon part that scares her. I think it's just the way that Wrath was able to kind of just break that barrier of like, you know, because I think like Silver Lady like has like a control. It's not the right word to put it, but you know, like she made that she can control it. But I mean, with Wrath, he like from day one he upgraded stuff without even her like acknowledgement, and it's just I think it just really got to her is the fact that he can change stuff that she didn't even approve, you know?
I think I understand that. She sets limitations and barriers, and when people break it, it might be difficult. But anyways. Thank you, Arya. Hopefully your bears go over well.
Yeah. Hopefully.
We'll be on our way then.
Good luck, you two.
Thanks. She's gonna take Cortez's hand and go.
They go over to find Silver Lady. Arya catches up with Ashley, who's heading towards Jeffrey. Really quickly, though, I just want to check back in with Ian and Ambrose at the house. Is there anything that you two were particularly doing or wanting to do? It's been a few hours.
Nothing in particular for me.
Okay.
Just vibing, listening to stuff as he does.
Okay. Jonas?
Jonas died again.
Wow. Poor timing. Either way, I will then go to where Ashley and Arya have walked up to the truck. Donner's playing some music, sitting in the front. Jeffrey's sitting in the back, concentrating as best he can in his mind space.
The interior of the car is spotless.
Yes. Full inside detail. And
He's
what
actually just
Steinar-
kind of like
Okay, go ahead.
on the dashboard right now
He's
as you
currently
walk up.
cleaning it, and because he's so focused on that, he hasn't noticed that Enerugi is sitting in the back of the truck next to Jeffrey, which Jeffrey also has not noticed.
Is that what we have to roll perception for?
I mean,
I
yes.
was gonna tap on the window, but do we on the outside see this?
You see Jeffrey and Enerugi sitting in the back of the open truck. Steiner's just like
okay.
cleaning the dashboard, seeming like very happily just finishing it up.
I kind of stop and I kind of hold Arya back, like when, and then I look,
What?
and then I look back at Arya and I'm like, let them. They're doing. I don't. What?
Steiner, you finally noticed them.
He's here.
Oh,
You hear her say Enerugi.
he's waiting.
What?
Enerugi?
Jeffrey, you feel the car start to shake. You open your eyes, see Enerugi just sitting across from you. He was not there before.
Oh, you're joining me. Didn't see you.
I have joined you, yes.
How long have you been here?
For the past hour or so.
You didn't say anything?
How loud is that music, Steinar?
It's at like 15%.
Words were not always needed to be said, my friend.
Fine, hello would have done.
Hello.
Hi.
I
already
guess
did
it's
it.
a bit too late for that, Enerugi.
I mean, he
My
did it.
apologies.
Well, how's it going? How are things?
Things are good. I have spent much time talking with Kari. And he and I have become, I believe, fast friends.
Whoa, really?
Yes.
Let's
That's nice
go.
to hear.
Fucking Enerugi can make friends with anyone. Like Zach's
Yeah.
gonna walk out and just like have a secret handshake. Man, I don't know.
They fist bump and then they start
Hello?
fighting.
Therapugi chi.
They're a
It's amazing,
PUBG.
Enerugi.
Oh no. Oh no, another one for the pile. Sorry, what did Ashley say?
But that's amazing, Enerugi.
He is amazing himself, yes.
Oh, don't gas him up too much. He'll enjoy that.
Are we ready to go then? Jeffrey's looking at to you.
Actually, Jeffrey, I wanted to talk, if you didn't mind.
Well, there's plenty of room in the truck. You can hop in.
If I am also interrupting, I can go somewhere else.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I hop on the
I
truck.
was gonna stay behind a little bit, but you guys need this. Stands nearby. Yeah, pick Jeffrey on the cheek. And we'll kiss on cheek.
Kari has to like flutter up the side of the car, the big truck with her wings, just to, and then flying back down.
Okay.
So,
I'm sorry.
what do you want to talk
Jeffrey.
about? You don't have to apologize.
I don't.
We're adults. You don't have to agree on everything.
Yeah, but I don't want to piss you off.
Being pissed off is a character flaw of mine that I'm trying to iron out. I don't necessarily agree with the way that you think, but it's not my place, so we're cool.
Yeah, but I want it to be your place. Because why would I surround myself with you guys if I can't trust that you can keep me in check? Right?
If that's your line of thinking, then, look, it's either you agree with me, and we take care of Wrath, or you don't agree with me, and we leave him be. That's where I'm at. I don't agree with anything. Not a single thing that he's doing, and if it were up to me, I don't think he's earned that shell.
He's trying to get more powerful so that he can deal with Zach. His priorities are straight, Jeffrey. Obviously, he's going about it the wrong way, and I think if we could help him get on the better side of some other people who are just as upset and pissed as you are at him, then he wouldn't even be doing all this stupid shit.
What I'm saying is that he's already done the stupid shit. And
you haven't done stupid shit before?
what I'm
and
saying,
I haven't done stupid shit before.
I earned my stripes.
He can't help him earn his?
Not the route that he's going.
Let's help him change routes then.
I think it's too late for that.
It's never too late.
And that's where we disagree.
Jeffrey, was
I disagree with you too, Jeffrey.
there ever a point in your life where you thought it was too late for you?
Yes.
And what did we
She
do?
wasn't expecting that. She'll kind of just shut up.
Think about
Like
when
we
we
did
were in
shop.
the prison, Jeffrey. What did we do to help you? All of that.
If this is about me,
No. This is just me trying to show you that there's always more than it being too late. There's always a second chance. A third. Is what I believe.
1,000s even. Sometimes
Points at
people
Nerd.
might lose your trust forever. It doesn't mean you have to give up on them. Isn't that what a hero is supposed to do? Never give up on anyone.
a hero is supposed to protect people.
Yes. And he is not a person to you?
I don't think he's trying to protect people.
But he is not a person?
I can't say that. I don't know what to think of any of the desired demons. People are just as flawed, right?
I
But
think that is where
people-
my difference in term comes. I use people as to refer to anyone who lives. Not anyone that can die. Anyone that lives.
We're people too, Jeffrey.
People have humanity.
She looks down.
And Arugi stands up in the back of the truck, steps over the side, and hops down silently.
What is humanity to you, Jeffrey?
Huh?
What?
And Arugi walks away,
Oh shit.
seemingly
Ew.
determinedly walking towards a direction.
Damn it.
Humanity is empathy, sympathy, the ability to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. When I do that for Wrath, I don't think he's doing that for anyone.
Did you always have that? Empathy? The
Yeah.
ability to put yourself in other people's shoes?
I did. That's why I beat myself up for years. That's why I almost ended it. Okay? Because putting myself in those people's shoes made me realize how fucked up things were.
You don't think he knows how fucked up things are right now? He's
I don't
doing
think he
everything
realized-
that he thinks he can in order to make sure that he can deal with the shit that's making things fucked up. Is that not admirable? At least to a degree.
What he's doing is revenge. pure and simple.
What he's doing is wrath. Why would you expect anything else?
Because we were talking about people. If he's not a person, then my argument doesn't apply.
But he is a person, and a person can be filled with wrath.
And
We've
they need
dealt
humanity.
with these people.
Ash, they need humanity. I just don't see it.
I mean, this might sound dumb, but I offered Wrath when I was talking to him. In case something.
Arya, don't finish your sentence.
Why?
Because that's not humanity.
Him not
That's
wanting
not
me
how
to die
he'll
wasn't
learn that.
humanity?
No, it's... not in what Jeffrey's saying.
Oh. Well, then what about when he made himself like human forms because he didn't want to make Zoe upset anymore?
Jeffrey, am I not human enough for you anymore?
What would make you say that? Ashley, I've stood by your side. And you've shown that you care. I'm fine with second chances. I think we've all had stuff happen to us. And we grow and we learn from it, right? What I'm saying is right now, I don't see humanity in him. I don't see it in Pride, considering what he did to that boy. And the rest of the desired demons are a mixed bag. You asked me if he's a person, and I can't answer that. And if that's not good enough for you, then I'm sorry. We're just gonna have to agree to disagree. I am fine with dealing with this until we get through the doors of death. Because there's a lot bigger things than what I think, or what you think, or whatever. I made peace with that. Is that okay?
I'm gonna go. And she just walks off. She'll jump off the truck and leave.
In the meantime, Athena, Cortez, you've made your way down and eventually got access into the main lab where Silver Lady is.
Before we get there,
yes,
I did want to ask Athena.
Athena.
Yes?
Do you have an idea of how you want this conversation to end up?
Sorry,
Do you have a plan?
I want to assess how Silver Lady feels about him first. And then after that, I want to try and rationalize how she feels about him. If it is truly a fear. And if possible, hopefully get to a middle ground where she's at least accepting and will think or allow someone to work on Wrath if that really is what's happening.
Very well.
All right, you may come through now. As you enter into the space
Walk
through the
through?
corridor, you see that she is down there alone as of right now.
Perfect.
Sorry, lady.
Why'd you say that like that?
Hello,
bro?
Tina. Cortez.
How are you?
I am fine. How are you?
Fine.
Kind
Just
of
gonna-
floats over and is working on some things. Different machines are wearing different mechanical arms and things are moving about. Seems to be running some tests. A couple different sparks and noises are happening in various spots. Can I help you on something?
We need a moment to talk with you about something very important.
All right. And she pauses some of the things that aren't automated and gives a more direct look to you.
As you're probably already aware,
Hold on. And you see that kind of behind you. That was on the other side of it. You see, looks to be maybe a early middle school, late elementary school girl with blackish purple hair, tannish skin, currently wearing like a sundress, and is currently holding a big art book. What is it, Jay? I finished with this one. Can I have another one? Yes. Go sit down over there. I'll bring it to you in a moment. Thanks. Goes and sits down on the other side of the room where she was.
Do we know that she has a child?
Yes, as there was a big thing about you guys making sure Elias wasn't able to kill her.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. I just couldn't remember.
There's a whole reason why Clay and her ended up being against you guys, because that was a huge bargaining chip for Elias.
Okay. Gotcha.
anyways, so I want to ask you how you feel about Wrath. He's been a bit of a hot topic at the moment.
Is this a point of contention? Is he causing a problem?
No, not at the moment. I'm just wanting to understand your thoughts and opinions on him.
No, he's a bit contrived. He's a bit enigmatic at times, but also very brash.
I mean, based off of what we talked about before, your concerns.
My concerns are the same as they were before. They are worrisome, as he is able to bypass things and safety mechanisms that, per your requests, have basically become null and void.
And would you be willing to upgrade and work with him? Or is that still not something you're comfortable with?
I mean, not particularly. He's been very non-cooperative and combative, wanting things and demanding things that I do not trust him enough to give. And then before he stopped coming to me altogether.
What exactly was he asking for?
He wanted to have his weaknesses removed. He wanted to make sure that he could fly, have ranged abilities, ability to spot flames, better tracking, getting rid of systems he deemed insufficient that I did not agree with. And that is the last I heard from him.
I think I was gonna kind of look to Cortez and then back to Silver Lady. I have a bit more insight on what's been going on with him. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you're more aware of his system.
His
assistant.
His system.
System, yes, system. I know what I put in, but I do not believe it is the same.
No. Apparently, he's been going through other people to do a sense of backdoor black market upgrades, however you want to put it.
You see her face almost brightens for a second, and then she says, "Oh, that is bad. We'll want to shut him down, no?"
So, Lily, that's not
Why?
something we can do at the moment.
Why is the heavens not? He's becoming a danger, no?
But he's also a potential ally for the Doors of Death.
A potential ally. So was Clarity, and look what has happened to her. She went off the deep end.
Dealt with.
Exactly. And should we not do the same with Wrath?
We've always dealt with things after a climax has happened. Once we know that there is no going back.
And my apologies, but look how well that went with Queen Wrath. Sometimes preemptive abilities is better, no?
Isn't that what Clarity was before? Everything about preemptive.
Look where
didn't
that
turn
got
out
her.
so well.
Fair point, I will say.
It is situational based.
Yes.
You can only do so much.
This is
And
not a
the only
situation that
thing-
would warrant such a thing. At least have him detained and questioned.
We've already done that.
He's detained.
This is the he has been questioned. He
but not
was.
detained.
Are you scared of him because he doesn't work the way that you expected him to?
Kind of looks taken aback. What did make you think that?
Well, you have no issue when Ian wants something.
Because
You even had an
I
issue with
have
Cortez.
Worked well with Ian. I have worked well with Cortez.
Mhm.
Thalia has also trusts both of you immensely. So that Thalia is one of the people I trust the most. And so far, Thalia has told me that she does not trust Raf. Hence why she's been keeping an eye on him.
Mhm.
And therefore, I have no reason to trust Raf either. Especially if my best friend does not want to trust him.
And that is fair. But what we're trying to figure out here is how to best go about this situation with keeping as many allies as possible. If at all possible, would you be able to come to a compromise with Wrath?
What sort of compromise are you hoping for?
We're hoping he doesn't do any more backdoor deals. Nothing that would allege any illegal use of your specialties. And if he needs an upgrade, you two can work it out. And maybe, if need be, there can be a third-party person to keep things calm and also for compromises to occur. The last thing we need is someone going behind our backs and becoming fully distrustful, Silver Lady.
Well, let me put it in this perspective. If we are to reward him for this, by giving him my state-of-the-art tech, by taking away what was not nearly as good, why should he be rewarded for such a thing? Shouldn't he not have all privileges of upgrades taken away?
I'm sorry, my brain didn't understand what she meant by that.
Basically said, why reward him with better things if he's been doing shady things?
Ah, gotcha.
I think it's less of a reward. Silver Lady, we're not rewarding him for doing this.
I believe
Actually,
you are.
we haven't done anything yet. I'm only merely asking. Besides, it isn't a reward. It is to keep an eye and a more further and close check on him. we're aware his major weakness is smelting. Correct?
I am aware of that. After the Fight Club thing, the fight of our lives.
Mm-hmm. We can still put a failsafe in if necessary under another circumstance. We also have people, i.e. Pride, that if things go down, and if Wrath truly becomes a problem...
Pride? What does Pride have to do with this?
He's aware of Wrath, and he's not afraid to do what is necessary. If he becomes a true problem, the only reason that I am asking this of you is because of the trust that I have with Ashley and keeping up with the Desire Demons.
I know Ashley trusts Wrath and the Pride, not the Desire Demons, in the way that one would trust the other's family, without a doubt. But it is very worrisome to me to give him
I don't blame
things.
you.
I have a question. Do you and does Ashley trust Pride?
How does Ashley feel about Pride? Am I fully aware of that one? I feel like
It's from you guys have seen.
Yeah.
And kind of what Jeffrey's been saying.
And
full
Wrath's
on
been
trust.
belligerent.
Yeah.
Or Pride has been belligerent, but hasn't caused many issues that haven't been started by Wrath. After the whole Kokera issue.
He had a couple moments where he did his own things.
Yeah.
Like the whole us fighting in the back was definitely Pride dealing with his head.
Yeah.
Pride is as
Ashley
Pride
would like
does.
die for it though. So
Pride is as Pride does. But he can set aside it for a little while.
And does Pride trust Wrath?
Wary, I guess would be the best word.
Well, then
It's
I will need to have Wrath agree to have any upgrades he wants be approved by Ashley and Pride. Otherwise, I will not do it. If he agrees to that, for sure, as much as they approve of.
Why is the trust such a big issue when it comes to this situation?
Because someone that can adapt much more rapidly than I can create, as well as even you as all his heroes. I would not want him to become more powerful than all of us. Because I do not trust fully at this point that he would not see us as a target if he felt he was comfortable enough to defeat us. He reminds me very much of Elias in that aspect. He would only go after people he thought he could have an easy chance of killing. That he made a mistake.
So who do you believe should be the one with the highest power?
No one. There should be people that keep others in check. For
And that's what we're
instance,
doing.
I keep Ian and Cortez. I keep you both in check. You cannot do anything to me, even if you wanted. Ashley would also be counted very much by, I believe, the both of you, as you do not have hearts or blood to her advantage. People like Jeffrey or Mop, I believe, would do very well against Ashley as well, or other demons, or myself.
So,
There are people,
on that
all
note,
of you being the most powerful people in the world, you keep each other in check. If someone were
that
to
note-
rise above all of you, where is that check?
What- then let's put it in this perspective. If we were to have something inside of Wrath on his knowledge...
That will not work.
Then,
he got rid of that before.
hold on. That if he removes at any occasion, we immediately take him down, but it is something that only you or others within the Motley Misfit group can take him down.
No, I do not agree. He's too smart for that. He would remove it if a fight came to be. He would know how to directly remove it within the instant. He is very, very smart. He's very shrewd. The only times I'm willing to agree with is if Ashley and Kari Pride are the ones to keep him in check directly.
The other Desire Demons.
Yes. Because you all keep Ashley in check. And I don't not believe that Kari and Pride, based off the damages I repaired to your house, they like it that much.
No. They trust each other enough to get the job done.
Yeah. That is what I believe. If he wants to be powerful and strong and not have weakness, then the person that will be opposing him will oppose him just enough to allow him to get the job done, but not above that.
I think that's completely fair, to be honest.
Then, well, you can bring that to Ashley and Kai on Earth, and I'll be here waiting a response. Jay, there you are. She holds it up, and you see a long arm just snatch it out of sight. She smiles.
I do appreciate you at least listening and for doing what you can, so really I do.
I'm very good at listening, Athena. Convincing, on the other hand, that might take some doing. Thank you for listening as well. I did not know this was such an issue.
It became apparent today.
I see. Well, good to know that you all work very quickly.
It's the only way
Try
to
to
keep
solve
everyone in
everything
check.
as quick as possible.
We just want to
But
give
with that being
secured.
said, just know that I do not trust Wrath,
As I do not
especially
believe
with
you
all the
should.
things that we have encountered with these desire demons. But I have faith.
Ashley has been nothing but, I would say, probably the perfect standard for a desire demon that want to live in the society that we call home. If more people could be like her, her siblings, I would be more than appreciative.
She's beyond exceptional and still has her faults.
There's a
You'll also
reason
have
she is a
to-
demon, still one of the most powerful and respected heroes in the world.
And yet she's still human.
You also have to realize that sometimes you will just have to work with the people you don't really trust at all. But at the end of the day,
Indeed.
it is what is going to grant us the victory we need.
If you want to
This
bring
is a
them...
battle that a lot of us might not even come back.
Indeed. That is why I believe Salia has not told me too much about it. To speak to her about that. But if you want to meet with me tomorrow morning, I will be more than happy. But today is our last family day together that we have promised to spend before JLR has to go very far away.
Oh, we appreciate your time, and hopefully things can get resolved enough. And then we can further discuss and take care of things immediately after the doors.
Yes, tomorrow, before the feast, perhaps, we could all have a conversation.
We'll be in contact.
Very well.
Wonderful. Well, the security is now off. You may leave at your discretion.
Go enjoy your time with your daughter.
Thank you.
Tina will take Cortez out and walk a little bit away from her lab.
And as we do, I am gonna ask Athena some stuff.
Go for it.
How do you feel about this situation?
I don't like it. I don't like what Wrath is doing. I don't like how the situation is playing out. And everyone is raising good points.
There is too much tension for only the few days that we have left.
Yeah. Seems like every day there's going to be something. More chaos. And the more that we let this chaos in, the more Zach gets powerful the first thing he comes out of that door. She then kind of like takes a deep breath in.
And as we walk for a bit,
I have a question, Athena.
What's your question?
This is going to be one of the toughest battles we'll have.
Yeah.
Are you prepared to die if it does come down to it?
She thinks about it. She kind of stops walking, turns to face him. I came to terms with that fact a long time ago. Because, in a sense, I've died. Already. My memories were gone. You know that.
See.
I'm always searching through someone else's memories. And I came to becoming myself again. But I will always be willing to die. For you, for anyone. If I knew that we could succeed.
So it's not bad to have that opinion then?
To be ready to die?
We've always talked about how we should try to keep each other alive. But sometimes these just won't be possible.
Anything and everything is possible. There will always be a possibility that none of us make it out. And I've come to realize that. And I've also come to realize that there's a chance that everyone makes it out. But we have to be ready for everything. And for anything that can happen.
I've lived for so long. I thought to myself that if something were to happen to me, that was just simply my time. But something inside me is always pushing against that. I don't know what that is.
To will to live. It's the love that someone has for another. Or, in a sense, you know it's not your time yet.
I see.
He turns around again and just lost in thought.
When he turns, she'll hug him. No matter what happens, and I know this is going to sound extremely cheesy, but I'm glad for both of our borrowed time, so I get to know you.
I feel the same. Gracias, Athena.
Aww.
No. Thank you. She'll kiss his cheek.
Very nice. Okay. So, as you two head back up, as everybody starts to come back together, as the evening starts to come around, Ambrose.
Fuck. I knew this was coming.
You ain't safe from this drama, bitch.
You recognize
It's
the theme,
your
don't you?
turn.
The Black Ops Zombies theme?
No, you know where this is originally.
No, I know exactly where this is, but I'm not. You know what? I'm actually just gonna walk away.
No, get back here, you bitch. Get back here.
Ugh, fucking, I'm not ready to face him.
So, you see Ambrose. You find yourself, Ian being the only other person in the house. Your ear kind of twitches as you're kind of just focusing on sounds out and about, different people having conversations, Kokarans in the streets having yet another wonderful celebration of war coming towards them. Yet, there's no even words, there's just almost a presence. And you hear behind you, "Long time no see, Brosy Wozy."
Oh,
Sorry.
no, get him out.
You whip around to not see who you expected voice-wise. You instead see something else. The face, after a moment, looks familiar, but it doesn't look anything like the voice you heard just then.
What the fuck?
Oh!
Fucking Hades from the Disney show Hercules.
Looks a little like it. But you see he leans there, same type of mannerisms, just leaning over the side of one of the arms. You don't look pleased to see me, but I have good news for you. Wonderful news, actually. You see he goes down and flops down, sitting next to you. Just looking at you, smiling.
I knew you were gonna show up at some point.
And I knew that you knew that I knew. Wait, I said that backwards. Regardless, don't worry. I don't come with any ill will at all. I don't even come to try to hurt you, persuade you, do any kind of deals. I actually come to give you a gift. And I mean a good gift, not one that will like blow up as soon as I leave kind of thing. First off, us shades, I guess, as we used to be known, are no longer going to be shades for much longer. Might seem weird, but we got, let's say we got sponsored by a couple of very wonderful individuals. He says, and he looks up and just gives a thumbs up to seemingly no one. Besides, I don't even go by that shade name you all belovingly gave me. I picked a name off of a random name generator and picked I Fear. It's really cool.
God damn.
That's not even a joke. I actually kind of like the name. But regardless, the reason I'm here is because I'm the first one to relinquish my darkness. And I wanted to make sure you knew. So you'd be the most enlightened you'd ever been. And you have this whole, like, door thing coming up, so figured you might want it. Sound good to you?
I am glad to hear that.
Good, good, good. You see he stands back up and like puts his arms out to the side. And now, if you really want to, because I know I did some awful things, you can kill me. Go ahead. Go for it. If you want. You don't have to, but, you know, go for it.
You know exactly what's going through my head. What's been going through my head. But I feel the need to tell you anyways. I've already forgiven you for what you've done. Because everybody has darkness and demons inside of them. But you telling me just now that you've relinquished your darkness is only proof that any creature can rise above it and become better.
You see his face, like, goes from that smug smile to, like, a really kind, genuine smile you've never seen on him before. You see, as he kind of goes into a very, like, not trying to be oppressive or domineering, he kneels down in front of you, takes your hand. You're right in knowing that I've known. But the one thing I didn't know is I didn't think I had a choice until I was given one. So the least I could do was repay a little bit of something to you.
Sometimes all we need is a chance.
He slowly, like not aggressively, he puts his hands up behind your head, like on the back of your neck.
I'll allow it.
You see he's doing it very deliberately, so it doesn't seem like he's trying to hurt you. Then he snaps your neck. Okay.
Yes! Yeah, finally!
Yeah. No, he looks at you directly in your eyes. I don't know if this will hurt, but I don't intend it to. And you see he breathes in and his shoulders kind of hunch, and you see this kind of tearing. It feels almost like parts of your skin being ripped off as he moves back. But then there's these thin black lines that travel towards him. He takes them in, he kind of breathes, and his eyes go fully black for a second before he kind of shakes his head. And you see they disappear seemingly as the blue flame-like hairs disappear as well. They seem to burn off that darkness. I was also told the exact probability of you seeing more things after being enlightened will be heightened by exactly 87% as soon as it happens.
Oh, God.
And also one more thing before I have to go back. You really should go after him when it's all over. I know how much you love him. He's gone with not a burst of darkness, this light blue, almost arcane light. Before the last little flicker that came off of his hair disappears, he's gone. And Ambrose, as soon as he's gone, you feel a lightness you've never felt before, a peace you've never felt before, a clarity and a confidence in your actions. And that rivals anything you felt in your past. What does he do? What is he thinking?
Holy shit.
Ambrose is going to walk to the doors.
Okay. You see, as you begin walking, you hear this ringing in your ears. So you don't even make it that far until you find yourself clutching as you feel a vision start to take over you.
Ah, that damn 87%.
But something slightly different happens than before. Before you have too much time to dwell on the feelings and lightness that you just get, the debilitating ringing in your ears. The ringing turns into a screaming of rage. Why didn't it work? You hear come from your own mouth as you pin a bloodied and gnarled gray-skinned demon against the wall. I don't know. Perhaps it's the pendant, or maybe all of your kind isn't dead. You feel your grip around their neck tighten, and it choke the life out of them slowly, agonizingly slowly. They begin to claw at your arm with no effect. Please, my goddess! They're gone in the afterlife. Unlike you, you'll meet oblivion. And you see yourself throw them across the room faster than you've seen anyone move. But the demon never hits the other side of the room. Instead, their agonizing scream just echoes as they disintegrate into a flash of magenta light. You find yourself leveling your breathing and mutter, Burutang.
Yes, my goddess.
Have they left yet?
I believe they're in the process. If your timeline is correct.
Then we'll need to prepare our parties to go after all. The tall, dark figure nods and begins stomping away. You find the stomping turns into being shaken awake by Ian. Ian, are you here? So you were.
I am here.
You were just vibing, chilling in the house. Ambrose was doing his meditating thing, and then you heard Ambrose talking. It was a little weird. Like, I forgive you. I'm glad you could change, things like that. And you like peeked downstairs, and there was no one there. And there was like this dark stuff that flew out of Ambrose. Then all of a sudden, Ambrose is like, seems like he's feeling good. And you're like, okay, not that big of an issue. You go back to where you were, and you hear him get up, walk a few steps, then onto the floor. And you're like, oh, okay. You turn him over, I'm assuming. You check on him.
Yeah.
You see that his eyes are black. Completely. Like a black with a sheen to them. And he starts glowing like yellow and white lights.
I swear to God, if you're possessed, I'm gonna snap your neck.
You start shaking him a little bit, and then that's Ambrose when you wake up on your back staring at Ian.
Yo, why you like that though? Also, you good? That's not an
Another
answer.
vision. Fucking give me a second. I got another vision.
Was it a good one?
Ambrose is gonna give Ian a really look. It was something didn't go according to our plan. And I have a feeling it's because Zoe exists.
Huh. So it was a good one.
She's angry. She's planning something.
Well, I mean, I think we all assumed that.
Yeah. What was the name again that
The name was
Shambros goes by now?
I fear.
I fear. I gotta write that down. Hold on.
I fear everything.
IEFYR.
Yeah, and all of my notes, his name is like constantly getting spell checker angry.
Yeah. So, as Ambrose and Ian deal with that, everybody else kind of finished up a lot of their business for the most part.
Arya, I know you were heading off somewhere. Is there any particular that you were going at the time?
I'm just waiting for Wrath.
You don't know where he is, and he does not appear to you.
That makes sense. I was just waiting because you said it was a short walk. I was waiting by the entrance.
Does not return after an hour or so.
Darn.
I know Ashley also walked off.
Yeah, she's gonna go to her. I was gonna do something, but then a lot of other things happened. And she'll let things cool down before she maybe goes and does this other thing. But she's gonna go to the roof that she normally stays at when she used to be on her old patrols.
Gotcha.
She's just gonna sit up there. She's got a lot to think about. That was a tough combo.
Mm-hmm. If you could just have me roll a perception while you're up there.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I will
Okay.
use my extra inspiration because I have to use it this session.
Might as well.
I know,
you know?
I'll do it. To reroll that.
Join me, sister.
A lot better.
30, much better.
I also had an extra one. Damn it, I didn't roll anything this session.
I mean, you only did one thing so far, so I was like, we gotta get something in there, you know. But we'll you could say, oh wait, never mind, you can't. So, with that, you see that you're looking around, and you see after an hour-ish or more of you being up there, you see very on the ground, very small, you see Kari and Wrath walking next to each other out in the middle of the city.
That's crazy because I wanted to go talk to Kari, but I was waiting for things to slow down. But I guess this will be. I'll
where's
make
the
it.
one stuff?
I don't want it to be a scary or like creepy thing, so I'm gonna ping. I'm gonna do my demon sense from up here.
You're so far away from them. They're on the ground. You're on the top, correct?
Yeah, I'm at the top, right? Yeah.
Yeah, which is
I can't ping.
Which it will get maybe an eighth of the way down. At best. The tall building.
Okay.
They're like almost 400 feet away. If not more.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll bloodshot. I'm not trying to sneak up on them though, so it's like very obvious that it's not gonna be someone trying to sneak up. Like I'm making noise, I'm doing what I have to. Once I'm the 80 feet away from them that I need to, I'm gonna ping my demon sense.
So as you are about to jump off, you also notice one more thing.
Oh?
You notice Anarugi walking in the same path that they are, but a bit behind.
Oh shit. Okay. I keep going with what I was doing because I don't know what Anarugi's doing, and I tend to not notice him anyways.
I'm saying you did notice him this time.
No, I do notice him. Yeah, I know I do notice him. I'm just saying that right now I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna pause for him. I'm just gonna go up to my
you
other
see
designer
you end up
demons.
landing, and shortly after that he kind of notices you and walks up to you before you can really like walk up to them. He just goes,
oh, okay.
Because it's like the distance, he kind of moves to meet you as you kind of ping out. He just goes
at the 80 feet. Yeah.
Hello, Ashley.
Hi. Hello. What are you doing here?
Supervising.
Supervising.
Yes.
I'll look back and ping my demon sense again to kind of give him the, hey, I'm back here. And also, if you look back here, you'll see someone else back here. I'm giving them the info, okay?
Yeah.
I don't look like a particularly good person right now, but it's fine. And then I'll look back at Anarugi. On Wrath? On Pride? On
Yes.
me? On who?
Yes. You Lessel.
Or what?
I said you Lessel.
No, I'm asking why the surveillance.
Oh, I have been talking with both of them. More so, Kari. But they
You
are
spoke
talking.
with Wrath?
He wanted to talk with Kari, and I do not know how good his intentions are. So I am
He's
supervising.
being a therapist.
I'm gonna give me a second, and I'm gonna bloodshot immediately to the others if they're.
You see they have
are
kind
over
of
there.
rounded a corner, and you see that the two of them are like, looks like they're about to kill each other.
Cool. I will walk and round this corner. Like right as I round the corner, I demon sense again to let them know
It seems
it's
like
me, bitch.
this is the first time they finally noticed, as they were like, you hear them shouting, you hear like,
What the fuck are you guys doing?
you see as you round the corner, Wrath's flame had went to blue, a very light, almost white blue. Kari is just standing there, like not taking any shit.
Menacingly.
He's much smaller, but his just arms are crossed, and he's not being phased by anything.
I'm gonna step up to them, and I know I cannot push them away, but I'm definitely getting in the middle of this essentially. Guys, hello. I'm, like in the
Ashley.
middle of their shouting.
Ashley, the conversation is going fine. Wrath's just getting it out. And he's just
I'm
standing
not
there.
worried that the conversation's not going fine. I just don't know what's happening.
He needs to talk. What the fuck did you say? What the fuck did you tell them? I do not have to answer to you.
He's asking that to Kari?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You see, Wrath tries to push Ashley out of the way. Not like aggressively, but like enough to shove her. Like a full shove, not to hurt, but to shove.
Can I dodge it?
Roll a athletics or acrobatics.
I can't dodge?
Mm-mm. This is technically like a grapple. You see he smacks you and you kind of stumble and almost fall like a good 10 feet.
Wrath!
I have this, Ashley.
And you see Anarugi kind of walks up to you and just nods.
If you're going to yell at me, if you're going to call me names, you can do so. It will do nothing. Your anger is not your only strength, Wrath. Use your head.
You see he just yells.
I look at
screams.
Anarugi like, whoa! And I look back at Pride like, did he just say that?
You see
That
this
was great.
blood-curdling scream that just echoes from the building
Wrath?
from Wrath. Tries to punch Kari right in the face, who just hits.
I like take a step, but I know that Kari's got it.
You see his head turns. He just goes. You see it barely affected him. You see Wrath starts going all out against Kari, who just takes the hits.
Wrath. I told you not to forget, Wrath.
There's no reaching him now. You see he's just angry, screaming, burning, flames shooting out of him, bullets, laser blasters, everything. His full terrifying kit turning him more and more into a monster of machine and demon form. And you see eventually it starts to smoke and heat up. And then Kari just goes,
Yeah.
Are you done?
Oh.
You're going to kill yourself. Is that what you really want? Dying to make a stupid point. You're the one that's been acting like an idiot. A fool! And you only prove it more by trying to punch me. Have you seen I've barely taken a scratch from you? You are weak because you only think of force. Guess what will win?
Wrath.
What do you want, Ashley?
He's not calling you weak to piss you off. He's trying to teach you something.
He's certainly doing a good job of it.
No, you're just doing a piss job at listening.
when I've realized it wasn't you who pissed me off all the time. It was me who always made you angry. Because I was better. You've never been better than me. Then prove it. Then die trying to be better than me. You see Wrath's arm comes up. You see the metal starting to melt. Onto the ground.
Ooh, I'm gonna rush up to him.
You see Energy grabs you. Careful, he's hot.
No shit, Sherlock.
I'm not Sherlock.
Fucking bitch.
He stands back up, starts to retract
Wrath.
some of the things, but they're malfunctioning.
Wrath.
Fuck off, Ashley. Don't want to hear it.
No. I'm not gonna tell you anything. I'm just here to help.
I don't want your help. I don't want his help. I don't want his either. He points at Energy, who's just standing there, just like, like not even bothering.
So you're gonna die. You'd rather die.
No, I'm gonna get stronger so I can tear him apart.
And you're doing such a good job doing that alone, huh? Look at yourself, Wrath.
I refuse.
We're not telling you anything that you're not already showing yourself.
I refuse to look.
Well, then you're the only thing holding yourself back. Don't you think?
He turns and walks a couple steps.
I
His
take a
hands
couple steps
clenched.
closer to him.
You see, Kari, this was the one that grabs you and quickly turns and pulls him to be his back facing Wrath, and you pulled into like a tight embrace as Wrath punches the ground and this eruption of white flame mixed with this dark
Oh,
red
shit.
explode in the area.
I try to get out of Kari's grasp because I want to see what happened, and I'm trying to look
you
back.
see he kind of does turn slowly and let go of you. Careful. You see that as he punches the ground, there's this crater. And you see Wrath's arms are gone.
Fuck.
He's not.
Is
moving.
Wrath? Ah, fuck. All right, I'm gonna rush up.
Let
I
me,
know it's
let
hot.
me, let me. I can take it. I can take it.
I'm fine either way. Okay. Just grab the fucking sword.
Where is it?
Take it out of him. It's in his center.
You see he starts pulling against the metal. You see his fingers burning very minimally for the heat that it's causing. It's not there.
I look up at fucking Anarugi. The fuck do you mean?
He's absorbed it. He is the sword.
Then how do we? Well, what do we? And she starts. Unfortunately, even though Kari's already doing it, she starts going into the metal with her hands and moving shit apart to figure out what she needs to grab here.
So just for the few couple seconds
It's
of the heat
desperate
you've taken
and
600
ugly.
damage.
Ah, that's fine.
You instinctively pull back because
Ah.
it's just.
Ah,
I will carry him.
what the fuck do we do?
We bring him to Severedi.
Like this?
You
Ah,
have a
fuck.
better idea, Ashley.
No. Okay.
Get everything out of my way.
Fuck. Okay.
Fix Wrath up. You see Energy punches his hand together and then places it on Kari. And you see the burning stop as he seems to make an energy shield between them.
Oh shit. All right.
There.
Well,
Let's go.
fucking go. We're going. Oh shit.
So as
God.
you head towards the Silvertech compound, that is where we'll end for tonight's session.
Oh.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, look, a bird.
Nice.
What a session.
is really green today.
Speaking of which,
No, I think it's on fire.
for the fantastic
That's
roleplay all around,
Swing.
you may have
Another
round of inspiration for
Oh
everybody.
my god!
And let's just make sure everybody has 2 for next session.
What's next session?
I don't
what's
like
next
that.
session?
I
Huh?
believe next session will probably be our second to last session because we spent a little bit more time today, which was wonderful. I loved it. A lot of only semi-planned things that I wasn't sure if they were going to come up. I think were really awesome, really important. Great job to everybody. So I wanted to reward that because you guys did fantastic. And then so we probably 2 to 3 more sessions left. 2 to 3 more sessions left.
Oh,
Nah,
Jesus
I refuse that.
And then we're just ending the campaign.
terrifying.
We don't really need to do the doors,
I don't
guys,
like that.
I don't think we really need to do
I
the
don't
doors.
like that.
Yeah, you know what? I like Thea being a goddess. We could just end
Yeah,
the
yeah,
entire
we'll just say,
campaign.
we'll just say you guys won. and-
I'm
Thea's
gonna go
dead.
die.
All right. By the way, thank you guys so much for playing. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Oh, second.